Michigan as we get ready for the championship ball game here this afternoon for all the marbles. The Trine Thunder against the Adrian Bulldogs. 22.4 points the game. That is 42nd in the nation, but the Bulldogs have the number 14 ranked defense, and the Thunder the number 4 ranked defense in this league as the Thunder come out to receive with Kent Biller split out to the right side and Paul Curtis trotting out to his spot on the left. Paul is averaging almost 30 yards per kick return this year. Fans are fired up. I have to tell you what, folks, it is a tremendous fan base that came up today from Trine. Trine from right to left, starting things off. Adrian from left to right. They have a big kicker, 6'3", 201 pounds, a sophomore. As they have it teed up at the 30-yard line.
Very interesting, choosing to go on this side of the field. Basically, they're going to be taking the wind in the second half, I believe, was the reason why they're going against the wind here in the first.
Logan Mitzap will get things going, the kicker. The fans are ready, the players are ready, the coaches are ready. Here's the boot, and this MIAA championship is underway. Caught by Curtis at the 15, left hash to the 20, Curtis to the 25, inside as he lowers his head, moves forward to the 25-yard line. And that is exactly where the Thunder will start. Curtis plastered back at about the 26, giving the forward progress. Here comes the offense, and the weather will be a factor. Temperatures about 40 degrees right now. A blustery wind coming diagonally across the field at probably 20 sustained miles per hour with gusts up to 30 or 35 miles. We'll see who that affects the most. Trine is a team that normally passes the most. And this game plan will develop the entire day as Eric Watt comes out to start things off with Paul Curtis deployed to the right side. The MIAA's Player of the Week with 9 catches last week. Troy Hershey is tight end to the left. Split backs in the backfield. Michael Glidden along with Jeff Langley as they hand it off to Glidden with a flagging on the play. Off guard to the left side as he muscles forward to the 29-yard line for a gain of 3, but the flags threw up into the air, and we'll see exactly what happened.
You got to think it's probably going to be an offsides and something very interesting. Look at this stat sheet. Average yards per game of penalty yards for Adrian, 81.5 yards. He's had that on that stat sheet. I believe that's number 1 in the conference.
In the neutral zone, it is an offsides on Adrian, so the Thunder are first down and 5 as we start off the first drive here today. From Adrian, Michigan, with a highway skirting by in the vicinity right behind this stadium. Jeff Langley into the ball game. Langley 6th in this league in rushing with 431 yards, has 2 touchdowns, averaging 4.2 per carry. Ball hoisted up the left hash, first down and 5 for the Thunder. First possession here in the championship ball game. Curtis split out to the right side, hands it off to Jeff Langley, darting to the right side, breaks a tackle, dragging players near the first down marker, off the right hash, all the way near the 41, appears to be about 2 feet short.
Yeah, they're going to spot the ball there just about on the 35.5-yard line. They're extremely close to pick up that first down mark. But I tell you what, Jeff Langley going inside. Great job by that offensive line, making sure they make their blocks up front.
Langley's best game this year, 68 yards and 2 touchdowns against Alma. After that penalty, second down and literally 2 feet as Kent Biller leaves the field. Thunder using this play clock. Game clock down to 14 minutes. The play clock is down to 7 as they break their huddle, and they better hurry. Paul Curtis out to the right side. Tight end in motion is Tom Wyman from right to left. Gets the snap off. Hands it to Rosengarten. Plows up the middle for a Trine first down against the right hash. Gaining 2. Rosengarten, the sophomore from Ohio, averages over 4 yards per carry. And the Thunder with the initial first down here in the championship game.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was just a little miscommunication between the offense and that sideline, but they took as much time as possible off that clock. They still had a guy in motion just about when they snapped that ball. I tell you what, it was clicking down to just about to 0.
Beautiful new stadium here at the Bulldogs facility. This is only the 3rd year of this stadium. All-time 11-3 here at home. A field turf, much like Trine has, with Bulldogs and gold letters on the right side and Adrian in the left. A tremendous facility. From the right hash, the Thunder first down and 10 for their own 37-yard line. 4 wide receivers for the first time with Eric Watt from the shotgun. Gets the snap, zone read. Takes it himself to the 40, left hash 45. Watt to midfield, dragging players past the 45-yard line. all the way down and is thrown onto his stomach at the 41. A first down for the Thunder. It was a zone read. Fake the pitch out to the left side, and Eric Watt stuck it right down their throats.
Yeah, that had to be something that they worked on in practice this past week, was with the zone read, the fake handoff, going out to the left side of the field. He had Mario Brown wide open, but he decided to tuck the ball, make a block, pick up the first down.
A gain of 20 for Eric Watt, has 7 touchdowns this year, and is 10th in rushing in this entire league. First down and 10 in Bulldog territory at the 42. 4 wide receivers shotgunning. Hands it off to Langley's at the 40-yard line. Breaks a tackle. Cuts it outside. And then into the 35 he goes. A gain of about 7 for Jeff Langley. Langley's second carry today for 11 yards. Averaging just about 4.5 yards per carry with 2 touchdowns. And he has been over 50 yards in each of his last 7 ball games.
Yeah, keeping the ball on the ground, you don't have to worry about where the wind is. All you are just running right into the wind. Tell you what, Jeff Langley making sure he makes a little bit of an adjustment up towards the middle, picking up big yards.
Remember, folks, this Bulldog team second in the entire nation in rush defense, and Trine has run the ball well here in the first possession. Second down and 3 from the Bulldog 35. 4 wide receivers with Langley deployed to the right of the shotgunning Eric Watt. First possession, zone read. Eric Watt keeps himself up the middle, zigzags for a first down past the 30-yard line as he dives down to about the 28. That's another big chunk, folks, against this stout defensive line. A gain of 7 and a first for the Thunder.
Yeah, great vision by the quarterback, because when he had the zone read, instead of hand the ball off, he wanted to go up towards the middle, but realized there was nothing there, popped out to the backside, and picked up a big first down for the Thunder.
Adrian, second in the nation in rush D, allowing only 52 yards per game unofficially. The Thunder already have 40 yards rushing on this initial drive. No score here early. First down and 10 for the left hash of the 28-yard line. Hands it off in the sweep to Jeff Langley. He's snowed under for a loss in the backfield as he swept it out to the right side, losing 2.
Yeah, that was just those outside linebackers doing a little bit of a containing type play in which they're just going to hang out on the outside, wait until that sweep develops, and just make a tackle in the backfield.
Adrian, third in the entire nation in tackles for loss. And that's a big one. They push Langley back to officially a loss of 3. Second down and 13 from the 31-yard line of Adrian. No score here, first possession. Lamar calls to the right, wing to the right is Kent Biller, with Glidden and Langley in the backfield. And Eric Watt, the sophomore signal caller, is under center. Watt fakes the sweep. Back to throw for the first time. He will run directly up the middle and cuts it to the right past the 25-yard line. He's torn down at around the 23. Another scampering effort for Eric Watt. The sophomore from Kentland has 8.
Yeah, all that basically was just making sure when he has a third down, if he can't pick up the first down, on third down he has less yards than about 13. Good job keeping the ball on the ground, and also great blocking by that offensive line, making sure they create a hole for the quarterback to scramble through.
A third down challenge for the Thunder. The Bulldogs are 8th in the entire nation, allowing their opponents to convert only 25% of their third down opportunities. After the initial loss of 3 by Langley and the gain of 8 by Watt, is third down and 5 from the right hash of the 23 of the Bulldogs. 3 wide receivers to the left. Cepeda, Kurtz, and Brown. Shotgun snap. Rolling left is Watt. He'll run it the entire way. Watt has some room as he slams past the 20-yard line. He's going to be very, very close to a first down, depending upon the spot, and he appears to be probably about half a yard short, and he did not get a very good spot at all.
Yeah, he tried to cut the ball towards the middle of the field and just got wrapped up and thrown. Hopefully he was trying to fall forward, but unfortunately couldn't quite pick it up. Now fourth down territory. Coach Lane, talk about being a gambling man, going for it now on fourth down.
A blustery win here today is going to make field goal kicking very, very difficult as the Thunder go for it on fourth down. Trine this year first in the league and 10th in the nation in fourth down conversions. Fourth down and about 1 from the 19-yard line of Adrian. First possession, middle of the field. Under center, Eric Watt. Bootleg, rolling out to the left, looking to throw. At the 5-yard line is Hershey, and it is incomplete. Just knocked away at the very last second by the safety, Brad Smagala. It was a bootleg to the left, a nice developed play, but this defense got in, got a hand on the ball, and threw it down for the turf. And now the Bulldogs take over for the first time today.
Yeah, he was draped all over Troy Hershey's back, and I was surprised that the quarterback decided not to run the ball. He just kind of took a step back and tried to float the ball in there, put a little bit more power on that pass, and you pick yourself up a first down.
Now the Troy Niblock watch begins. He's the quarterback, the leading rusher in the MIAA. And he'll also catch the ball from time to time. They'll switch in their quarterbacks with also Mike McGee, but it's Troy Niblock to start things off with 4 wide receivers, 2 each side. Niblock fakes the draw, hands it off to Jared Edwards, the speedster out of the backfield, and Trine bottles him up after a short gain off the left hash to about the 21-yard line. 1 or 2 is all for Edwards. This is a fast player, folks. 5'8", 177 pounds. The freshman is averaging 10 yards per carry this year and has 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, Joe Curtis trying to get into that backfield, putting a little bit of pressure from that linebacker position, making sure he makes a mistake.
2nd down to 9 from their own 21-yard line. No score. 9:11 remaining here, first quarter. First possession of the ball game for the Bulldogs, so they spread it out with 3 wides to the right side, 1 to the left. Play clock down to 3. From the shotgun as Niblock gets it off in time. Hands it off again to Edwards. Sprinting to the left side. Has some room. 25 to the 30. First down as he gallops and dives past the 35-yard line all the way up to about the 37. That's the speed on display, folks. But there is a flag on the play after the initial gain of 16 by Edwards. Mike Johnson is actually normally their starter, but they went with Edwards here today in the championship ball game. And we have an offsides on Trine, which will obviously be declined. That's a first down in the gain of 16 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping it was going to be a holding penalty on Adrian, but they had some good blocking up front. And with that sweep play going all the way around, no one on defense could catch up, just happened to trip him up and stop him before he could gain any more yards.
Adrian is a running team. They will pass the ball maybe 10 times per game. Maybe. If they don't have to throw it, they won't do it. But when they do throw it, it's normally for a big play. They gain 266 yards per game on the ground. First down and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Stacked eye behind the shotgunning Troy Niblock. Takes the snap, fakes the draw, hands it off to the man in the backfield, and he is shoved back for a loss off the left hash. Tad McNally came up with a stop for the Thunder. Again, they gave to Jared Edwards. This time he had absolutely no space to go.
Yeah, give him a loss of just about 2 or 2.5 yards. Good job by that defense, making sure that get some penetration up through there and making sure they shed their blocks and make the tackle.
No score. 8:08 remaining here, first quarter. 2nd down and 12 from their own 35-yard line. Left hash. 2 wide receivers deployed to the right. Troy Niblock from the shotgun with 2 wide receivers to the left. Pat Reagan's their big play guy, is on the right, being guarded by Pickford. In motion is Joe Beeler from right to left, comes set, hands it off to Troy Niblock, looking for a place to go. Quarterback draw directly up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles, squirts out for a decent gain up near the 40-yard line. Had him bottled up in the backfield, but Troy Niblock has about 5 after that initial loss. But now a 3rd down and long for the Bulldogs.
And there's your versatility from that quarterback. Obviously, he's a quarterback, so he can throw the ball. I tell you what, that's some good momentum, pushing yourself forward. Once again, just picking up some necessary yards.
Troy has gone over 100 yards this year 4 times. 205 against Kalamazoo, his high water mark. Had 105 against Trine last year. He's a preseason All-American and the Conference Player of the Year on offense. 3rd down and 8 from their own 40-yard line. No score, middle of the field. 4 wide receivers split out to the right side. Niblock with the snap, rolling out, looking to throw. In pursuit is Eric Walker. He'll keep it to the 45, spins near midfield as he has enough for the first down, used his athleticism to get into the open field and used his feet for about 10.
Yeah, that was just a matter of spreading out your wide receivers. They're going to go for a deep route, and he can either step back and throw it, but we know they're going to run first and run second. That's exactly what he did. He ran the ball, made sure that the defense players were so far back he could pick up the necessary yards for the first down.
No score, first quarter, first possession for the Bulldogs, 6:53 remaining here in the first. First down and 10 from their own 49-yard line, right hash. 3 wide receivers deployed to the left. Troy Niblock by himself with an empty backfield with 2 wides to the right as he looks to the sideline to get the play call. They run this play clock down. It's down to 5, and each and every time it's usually within 5 when they finally snap it. Here comes the snap. Niblock quarterback run the entire way to the right side as he is plastered down by the Thunder. The initial contact came, and then they shoved him out across the sideline to the right. There is a flag on the play near the contact on the Adrian bench side of the 50-yard line. It is a hold on the Bulldogs. And with these 2 teams fighting for a championship here today, special teams and penalties could certainly be the difference.
Yeah, I think that was just a matter of one of those offensive line pushing down one of the defensive lines. You can push them down to the ground. You just can't hold them down to the ground. So they're going to move that ball all the way 10 yards back into Adrian territory.
The Bulldogs are last in the league being penalized 82 yards per game. No score, 6:24 left here, first quarter. The Thunder went for it on fourth down, came down empty. Now the initial drive of the ball game for the Bulldogs. Niblock from the shotgun, first down and 20 from their own 39-yard line, right hash. Niblock hands it off to Edwards, moving up the middle. Has a short game before he stood up and thrown down by Joe Curtis. And also Courtney Pearson at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 for Edwards, who is 5'8", 177 pounds, and had some Division I interest out of high school. He's from Bellbrook, Ohio, and Bellbrook High School. A very talented player, considered going to Ball State.
Just a little inside draw play, picking up a couple yards on first down.
4 carries, 21 yards for Edwards. Second down and 14 from their own 45. No score, 5:45 left first quarter. From the shotgun is Niblock. Rolls out to the right side, keeps it himself, spins, and has no yards on the right before Aaron Selking. Jake Vance plasters him down. And also Eric Walker gave him the forward progress, maybe one after it's all said and done. And now the Thunder faced with another third down opportunity. We'll see if they can come up with a stop.
Something that the defense wants to make sure that they take advantage of is when Niblock carries that ball, he's leaving himself very exposed to either getting that ball stripped or laying a big lick on the quarterback and taking him out.
Adrian, 41% conversion rate on third down this year. The Thunder allowing 40%. Third down and 12 from their own 47. No score. 5 minutes left here, first quarter. Niblock from the shotgun. Back to throw. Right sideline in the flat. Caught by Jomar Jackson at the 45-yard line. He is shoved out by Aaron Shoemaker across the right side. 4 yards short of a first down. A gain of 7 for the Bulldogs, and now we'll see what they do.
Yeah, once again, they're moving all the way down the field. You got to think, you got to put the next couple guys there in the box to make sure that they make the stop. And you talked about, Aaron, about 10 times they throw the ball, if that. There's just one moving down very quickly in the first quarter.
Niblock, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception this year, and they will bring in the punting unit after they delayed their offense on the field for almost an interminable amount of time. The Thunder defense is held under 5 minutes to go. Here in the first quarter, no score. This Corey Latta moves back to the 10-yard line. Kevin Ayler, the punter, in from the 45, lofts it high, left hash, calling for a fair catch and making it. Over his shoulder is Corey Latta at the 10-yard line. Both teams a nice offensive possession, but no points to show for it at all. The Thunder fan base still fired up with 4:49 left here in the first quarter. They'll take over in a scoreless ball game.
I tell you what, Corey Latta made the right choice right there. Usually if you say you're standing inside that 10-yard line, it's about over your head, let it go. But I tell you what, there are about 4 or 5 black jerseys all over Corey Latta. Made the right decision, catch the ball, call him a fair catch, and get the offense back on the field on the 10-yard line.
Latta, senior, first team all-conference last year as a return specialist. Made the play for the Thunder. Now the offense for the second time in the scoreless ball game with Curtis out to the left side. Kent Miller wing to the right. Split backs in the backfield. Eric Watt is under center. Turns around, hands it off to Michael Glidden. Has some daylight as he muscles past the 15-yard line. Dives forward to about the 17. A big, strong run of 7.
Yeah, big guy just running right up the middle there with the offensive line, making sure they make the blocks. And once again, we're going to see a lot of packages switch in and out. Kent Bill and Michael Glynn, as well as Troy Hershey, going out of the game. And more of the fast guys like Mario Brown, Adam Kurtz coming into the game.
Glidden, 13 career touchdowns, has 7 this year, 5, 11, and 215 from Indianapolis. Second down and 3 for the Thunder. No score, first quarter. Ball on their own 17-yard line, left hash. 4 wide receivers. Eric Watt from the shotgun puts it into the stomach of Jeff Langley, who doesn't have much room at all as he moves it up the middle. Short of a first down. Langley maybe squirted forward for a gain of 1, and now the Thunder will be tested with a third down deep in their own territory.
Yeah, they're not going to give him much space, if any. They're going to spot the ball, looks like, right on that 18-yard line. So a full 2 yards to go to pick up this first down. Obviously, the inside draw on that play got set up by that big defensive line, making sure they get through the holes. Penetration, making the tackle.
The Thunder have run the ball pretty well early against Adrian, who's second in the nation in rush defense. But this win is a big detriment today to throwing the ball. We'll see what they do. Third down and 2 from their own 18. 3 wides to the right side. Rolling out from the shotgun is Eric Watt. Fires it to the right sideline. Incomplete. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Kurtz. It would have been enough for the first down, but now the Thunder have to punt.
Might just be a factor of the weather right there. You're a little cold, your bones might hurt a little bit, your muscles are tense, and you realize this is going to be a big, big game for today. He just unfortunately dropped the ball. Now Nate Fitzsimmons coming to the game. He's got to get a big boot into this, and wind is just crossways. Going to have to aim it right to get it left.
Fitzsimmons back to his own 4-yard line. He is 10th in the entire nation in punting as he gets it off. John Parvin back to return. Goes back to his 40 to receive the punt, and he steps out of bounds. Nice coverage again as he juggled it as he left the field at the 40-yard line. Adrian will be in their own territory. A nice punt for Fitzsimmons, but very good field position for the Bulldogs, and the score is tied with 3:16 left here in the first quarter for the MIAA championship.
As far as the ball on the 18-yard line, kicking it all the way down into Bulldog territory onto the 40. So do the math. That's just about a 42-yard punt, pretty much crosswind into the wind.
New quarterback in the ballgame, Mike McGee, 5'11", 210 pounds, a sophomore. Troy Niblock is also in the backfield for Adrian, so he could snap it to either player. They give it to McGee, who hands it off to Troy Niblock, slamming on the right hash all the way near the 45-yard line. He goes, using the power of this talented athlete. A gain of about 5 for Niblock, who has 22 yards today on 4 carries. A preseason All-American and the Conference Player of the Year. Averages 6 yards per carry and has 9 scores.
Yeah, just something very interesting there. That defense has only seen on tape with 2 quarterbacks in the backfield. They got to make sure that they account for both of them.
Mike McGee, the transfer from Ohio University, a preferred walk-on there, is by himself from the shotgun with 4 wide receivers deployed to the right. Niblock is in motion, gets the inside handoff, moving to the left side. Near midfield goes Troy Niblock as he noses the football past the first down marker, gaining about 6 on the Bulldogs. Apparently, depending on the spot, have enough, and they do. Niblock, another carry, the gain of 6 on the first down.
Yeah, when you have 2 quarterbacks in the backfield, and if they hand off the ball, obviously you have to cover the quarterback with the ball. But if they don't, with a play action, you're going to find yourself stuck and freeze, and make sure you find your defensive player to make a play.
Ball into Thunder territory at the 49, no score. 2:27 remaining here in the first quarter. Mike McGee, the transfer from the shotgun, in motion again is Niblock. Hands it off to him on the inside, handoff fumble. Onto the ground, and it's picked up in the backfield by Adrian, but a huge loss as Joe Beeler picked it up back at the 40-yard line. Lost yardage all the way back to the 36. Again, McGee came from the shotgun. Niblock came in motion. They immediately handed it off into the stomach of Niblock. Joe Curtis blew the play up, stripped the ball away from Troy. It skipped 10 yards behind him, and that is a monumental loss in this game of field position for the Bulldogs. It is 2nd down and 23.
Yeah, low snap, bad handoff leads to fumbles, and the defense just about picked that ball up for a turnover.
No score, waiting moments here in the first quarter. Mike McGee from the shotgun threw 4 interceptions last year against Trine. The Thunder had 5 in that ball game, as McGee cannot get on the same page with his offensive coordinator, and he'll call a timeout with 1:28 left here in the first quarter. No score. 2nd down and 23 for the Bulldogs from their own 37.
Trine now going into a huddle during the timeout, and they're going to be able to pick a play. Obviously, the defensive coordinator is going to send out a play to the huddle and make sure that these guys, one, get a little bit of air, because when you're running the ball, that clock is going to continue to run, and very difficult to change out people that are on the field. So they got to make sure that they get themselves a little bit of water, a little bit of rest to get back on the field. Now 2nd down at long 23 yards. Tell you what, this defense has to consider, we might need to defend against the pass, but at any point in time, they can run the ball, and we've seen they've been able to pick up a big yards here and there by running the play.
McGee's from Columbus, Ohio, and Brookhaven High School, where they won a state championship. In fact, 32-3 in his 3 years there. He was a top 35 recruit in the entire state of Ohio before he decided to go to Ohio University down in Athens as a preferred walk-on. But now in his 2nd year with the Bulldogs, has thrown for 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Still in a quarterback, 2nd down and 23 for the Bulldogs, their own 37, no score. 1:28 remaining here in the first quarter. McGee from the shotgun. Mike Johnson into the ballgame as a tailback, to his left. 4 wide receiver set, spreading the field out. Back to throw from the gun, looking across the middle field, is caught by Troy Niblock at the 50-yard line. At the original line of scrimmage, a gain of 13 for Niblock. That is his 14th catch this year, and he's now tied for first on this team.
Tell you what, that just amazes me that a quarterback this mobile and this versatile has the ability to throw the ball, catch the ball, and then run the ball as well. He is truly a triple threat type player, all from the offensive side of the ball. all from the quarterback position.
That's the first catch, though, in the last 4 ball games for Niblock. 3rd down and 10 in Trine territory at the 49-yard line. No score with about a minute left here, first quarter. Trine is showing blitz. McGee from the shotgun with the empty backfield. 5 wide receivers, 3 to the right and 2 to the left. Gets the snap back. Has time, lofts it. Left hash, and it's almost intercepted. Incomplete off the fingertips of Ryan Rickaby. Backpedaling at the 29-yard line. Looking for their big play man, Pat Reagan, here in his 5th year. But Rickaby, the Adrian native, almost had an interception for the Thunder, but they will force the Bulldogs to punt. We'll get this ball back with 36 seconds left in the first quarter and a scoreless tie.
Double coverage there on the wide receiver. One guy short, one guy long, making sure that ball gets thrown over his shoulders. He's going to make a big hit, but underthrown, just about picked off by Rickaby.
Flat it back to receive at his own 10. Kevin Ayler, 29th in this nation in punting. Punts it again. Actually, it's Paul Curtis who catches at the draw, middle of the field to the 15. Curtis now parallel, being dragged down by the jersey as he breaks the tackle at the 20-yard line, then dives forward to the 24. But a late penalty flag in the backfield for the Thunder. After Curtis had broken that tackle, they were trying to tear down the sophomore from the lower part of his jersey at the 20-yard line. He ripped out of that tackle, had 4 more yards as he forged forward. But now we'll have to wait upon this penalty in the scoreless tie here late first quarter.
You got to think perhaps when it's behind the play, it's going to be a holding call of some sort and move Trine back further in their territory.
A blustery day, wind blowing across the field. Doesn't seem to be any advantage for a team traveling either way because of that wind, because it is going diagonally. And it is the blocking infraction on the Thunder, and they'll move back all the way inside their 10 at the 9. Not very good field position at all, and they're right up against the standing student section for the Bulldogs at the end of the end zone, right in front of the marching band.
I tell you what, this offense has had the ability to make big drives. We've seen that 99-yard drive from last week, and this offense can definitely produce some big yards and hopefully some points in the first half.
Mario Brown to the right. Paul Curtis to the left side. Again, probably no Sam Hartman here today. He injured his ankle last week. Faking the draw, moving to the right side. Rolling out, it's off the hands of Troy Hershey at the 20-yard line, incomplete as he stuck out his left hand at the left hash. It then flew up 5 yards into the air and was almost intercepted.
Yeah, basically just quarterback throwing across his body. Couldn't quite haul the ball in there into his tight end's hands. Troy Hershey's not that tall. We've seen him jump up and get a couple passes, but he just can't get up that high. Knocked down the pass for an incomplete.
Sam Hartman is available here today, the captain in his long snapping duties. There's a chance he could play on offense, but right now Zach Solmonson, a player who has been out for several weeks, is into the ball game, wide to the left. 2nd down and 10 for their own 9-yard line. No score, and here comes some flags in as they throw down Eric Watt after the whistles have blown, and that is going to be a personal foul, and there is absolutely no reason in football to do that. The whistles have been blown. Eric Watt, defenseless, was thrown down on his back, and that is going to be a personal foul on the Bulldogs. And now, folks, you can almost see the blood begin to boil.
Well, it could be very, very well. It'd be 2 penalties. If it's a false start on try, it's going to be 5 yards, moving them back. Personal foul against the defense, 15 yards, automatic first down. I can see either different way. This ball is going to get moved up just close to that 20-yard line and first down for the offense.
Justin Judd, the defensive end, with a personal foul. 6 feet, 245 pounds, a sophomore from Grosse Ile, Michigan. The initial foul was on Trine, but the unnecessary roughness foul against Adrian will give Trine an automatic first down. Judd is a Division II transfer from Findlay down in Ohio. Leads this league in sacks with 7, but did not make a very smart play that time because the Thunder would have been pushed all the way back inside their 5, but now it's an automatic first down on that personal foul and a scoreless tie here late first quarter. The Thunder scrimmaging from their own 19.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure who the false start is. Obviously, someone there on the offensive line. They got to be very thankful for that linebacker that came in and made a big hit there on the quarterback. You got to make sure if you are going to a hard count or some sort of alternative count, you got to make sure you let those big guys up front know.
Brown Glidden in the backfield for the Thunder. Lamar Quall split out to the right with Kent Berling to the right. Eric Watt, the sophomore, is under center. Play fake. Watt back to throw deep. Looking for Qualls. Across midfield, right hash, and it's incomplete. In and out of the hands of Qualls as he was falling down at the 43-yard line. Looked to be thrown right into his waist at about his belt. Again, came out, went down to the turf. The Thunder had a chance for a big play in double coverage and could not convert.
Yeah, you saw Lamar Qualls turn on the Jets as soon as that ball was released. The quarterback put some good heat on that ball, made sure that he separated himself between the two defensive players. Qualls just about hauled that pass in, but good defense there by the Adrian secondary.
Lamar, the big play guy now for this team, has had touchdowns in 4 out of his last 5 ball games. Averages 22 yards per catch. Second down and 10 for their own 19, no score. 10 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, right hash. Under center is Watt. Hands it off in the sweep. Kent Miller moving to the left. He's at the 20. Breaks the tackle. Spins to the 25. Slams forward to the 27-yard line. Kent Miller, a very, very nice game for the Thunder. That will be the final play here in the first quarter as Miller has 8. And Trine running well against the stout Adrian defense as we will switch sides and get ready for quarter number 2 in the MIAA championship ball game this afternoon. It is Trine nothing and Adrian likewise. This is Trine Thunder football on 88X. No score as we get ready for the commencement of quarter number 2. It's third down and 2 for the Thunder from their own 27. And we knew it would be a grudge match between these two teams. The offenses have moved the ball, but have just not been able to shut the door and get into the end zone.
You might see now with the field switching here a little bit, you might very well see this offense try to open it up a little bit. They saw one pass, Lamar Qualls just about get hauled in, couldn't quite control the ball in between his hands, and unfortunately dropped the pass. But I tell you what, right now with third down and just about 2 yards to go now, inside the 30-yard line, you got to think they got to run first.
Trying unofficially about 65 yards rushing here today. Adrian only gives up 52 rushing yards per game, which is second in the entire nation. No score. First play here in the second quarter. Third down and 2 from the left hash of their own 27-yard line. Watt, the sophomore, under center. Split backs in the backfield. Wing to the right is Biller, and wide right is Qualls. Rolling out is Eric Watt, looking to run, stopping as he squirms it inside, and he's thrown down at the 25-yard line for a sack. That is another play by this big Adrian defense. Their 28th sack of the year, and the Thunder will have to punt.
Yeah, now once again it falls into the hands of Nate Fitzsimmons, making sure he puts a big bomb into this foot right here, making sure he makes a good punt. I tell you what, you got to make sure your blocks are up front, because last time Adrian brought the heat inside that 15-yard line.
John Parvin from White Lake, Michigan, back to return. He's back to his 32. Fitzsimmons gets the snap at his 10, lets loose, and it's a spiral kick, fairly well hit. Hits at the 36-yard line, takes an Adrian hop forward back to the 40. So he'll lose about 3 yards after that ball hit. It was down by Dan Chase at the 39-yard line. And the Bulldogs will have good field position in a scoreless ball game with 14-13 remaining before half.
And something that Coach Lane talked about during the pregame show is it only takes one play, and so far we haven't seen that play, neither on offense for Trine or on defense, or even on offense for Adrian. So defense, once again, going to have to come up, make a big play, make a stop.
Troy Niblock back in at quarterback for the Bulldogs. Mike Johnson, his tailback. He's a transfer from Saginaw Valley State, another Division II school. Has 9 touchdowns and averages 5 yards per carry this year. Jackson Hanks, the fullback, in motion from right to left, hands it off to Johnson left side as he squirms in and then thrown down by Trine. Tried to make the cutback move after moving to the 40-yard line, cut it inside near the hash. Courtney Pearson in on the play for the Thunder, a gain of only 2.
Yeah, he got off this spot real fast, almost like he was playing man defense on the running back, and as soon as he saw that ball go into his hands, boy, did he get there fast, making sure he laid a punishing hit, gain of 2 yards for the offense.
Johnson, 5th in this league in rushing with 471 yards. Has gone over 100 yards twice this year. Troy Niblock is in the shotgun with a stacked eye behind him. 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side. No score. Second down and 8 from their own 42-yard line. Broken play. Niblock rolls out and then cuts it inside at the 44-yard line. Thrown down. The running back went the wrong way. He went to hand it off to his left side, and there was absolutely nobody there. And Troy did a nice job to keeping himself, not fumble the ball, move it forward to the 44-yard line, gaining about 2.
Yeah, but also Tad McNally staying at home. He realized a little bit of a broken play, so he made sure he stayed at home and make sure he makes the tackle, bringing them down just shy of the 45-yard line.
No score early second quarter, 3rd down and 6 from their own 44. Stacked eye again behind Niblock is from the shotgun with 2 wide receivers, Beeler and Oswell. Back to throw his Niblock deep, lofts it right sideline at the 20-yard line, incomplete. Looking for the big wide receiver, Pat Reagan, in on the secondary for the Thunder. Again, Ryan Rickaby, as they went for all the marbles. We talked about it before. They do not throw the ball very often. When they do, it is normally for the big play. But Reagan, in his 5th year, the leading receiver now for this team, averages 28 yards per catch. But it was thrown over his head incomplete, and the Thunder will get this ball back on the punt.
And that's a tough pass to make. You're throwing literally right into the wind. You have no idea where that ball's going to go.
Kevin Naylor back to punt at his own 31-yard line. High snap, gets it off, rolls to his right and kicks it, and it's deflected at the line, and then the Thunder fall upon it at their own 42-yard line. It was a bad snap. Naylor rolled out to the right side. It either hit off of somebody or it was just a very, very low kick. Yes, it was deflected by the Thunder, went forward maybe about 20 yards, hit the up man for Trine. That could have been a disaster. But after it hit his leg, the Thunder quickly scrambled upon it and landed on the ball, and they'll take over with the best field position today at their own 42.
Very, very odd special teams, but making sure he makes the play. Number 46, Brandon Killingback, the sophomore, lists out 6'1", 85, making sure he jumps on that ball. Don't try to pick it up, big guy. Just jump on it and make sure you get the ball back on offense.
Killingback, 2-time All-State in high school. No score, 12:36 left here, second quarter. Back to throw is Eric Watt from his own 42, deep, right sideline, inside the 20, incomplete. Looking again for Lamar Qualls, and it was lofted probably 10 yards out of bounds to the right side. He was being cushioned up, man-to-man coverage against that right sideline by the very, very talented cornerback Chris Calley.
And that ball just caught a little bit of wind, and he got some big air underneath the ball and just sailed right over his head out of bounds, an uncatchable pass.
No score, 12:32 remaining second quarter. Trine's ball from left to right here in the second. Second down and 10 from their own 42-yard line. We do now have the first quarter statistics. Only 62 total yards for the Thunder, 55 for Adrian, but Trine already 62 yards rushing. Back from the shotgun as Eric Watt rolls to the left, feeling pressure, stops, now moves back sideways to the right. Watt with a misdirection play, points out his man, throws to Qualls, trying to come back after the ball, incomplete though, at the 35-yard line. Watt rolled out to the left side, saw there was nothing developing, switched his position, came out to the right, saw Lamar Qualls try to throw it short on the comeback route, but Qualls just could not quite make the catch as it was underthrown, and now it's 3rd down and 10.
And there's actually some good communication there between the quarterback and Lamar Qualls. The quarterback pointed out where he wanted Qualls, and he just threw it just a little bit past him, and just ball got picked off. But right there, offense, good job also by that offensive line, making sure they give the quarterback plenty of time to throw the ball.
The Thunder have not completed a pass yet today. 3rd down and 10 for their own 42. No score. Early action second quarter. Play fake. Eric Watt back to throw. Now he'll run 45. Watt midfield. Eric Watt with a first down pass at 45-yard line as he's plastered down at the 41. That was a quarterback draw the entire way for Eric Watt as he stuck it directly up the gut, then snaked his way for about 20, and now the Thunder folks are in business.
Yeah, if you're not going to be able to complete a pass, you're not going to be able to catch a pass, hold on to the ball and run it straight forward. Great blocking once again by that offensive line, but also by those wide receivers, because when they need to make a block, they're going to push him towards the outside, towards the sidelines. That way no one can get inside and make a tackle. Great running there by the quarterback.
Unofficially, 60 yards rushing today for Eric Watt. This is against the team ranked second in the entire land in that statistic. First down and 10 from the Adrian 40-yard line, the left hash. Paul Curtis deployed to the right, turns around, hands it off. Guard left side as he hurdles through the air as Michael Glidden dives past the 35-yard line, lands at the 34, and the Indianapolis native has 6.
Just a big guy rolling right through that defense, making sure he tucks that ball and controls the ball the whole way down to the ground. That fullback picking up it. Michael Glidden, number 23, does just a great job. One, pass blocking, but also holding on to the ball when he gets the ball and picking up yards.
The Thunder have moved the ball very well on the ground against Adrian, but can they get points? No score, 11-18 left here, second quarter. Second down and 4 from the 34-yard line of Adrian. Bootleg out to throw his Eric Watt. Sheds the tackle. Has a first down 30, 25. Eric Watt to the 20. Right sideline to 15. Eric Watt knocked out by the shoulder pads at the 11-yard line, moving his way into the red zone and gaining 23 more.
He is playing captain of the field right now. He's pointing out his blocks. He's making sure he gets to where he wants to. There, right there, Troy Hershey making sure he makes the block up front, pointing out the block, and then getting down to the sidelines, making sure he puts that ball in the right hand, so if that ball does get poked out, it goes straight out of bounds.
The Thunder, they are second in the entire nation in red zone offense, and now they have an opportunity. First down and 10 from the 12-yard line of Adrian. No score, right hash. 10:54 left here, second quarter. Under center is Eric Watt. Biller in motion from right to left. Split backs in the backfield. Toss sweep. Mario Brown left side at the 10. Left sideline to the 5. Brown noses the pigskin forward as he is shoved out at the 4-yard line. Another gain of 8 for the Thunder. They are moving the ball at will on the ground against Adrian, but again, needing points. No score here in the second, this championship ball game.
Great block up front from the left tackle. James Greenlee, the sophomore, number 55, making sure he makes his block, which basically just blew up that play for Mario Brown to get to the outside and turn it on the Jets. First one to the goal line wins.
The Thunder are well over 100 yards rushing already against the Bulldogs. Second down and 2 from the 4-yard line of Adrian. No score here, second quarter. Buckwall's deployed to the right, split backs in the backfield. Biller in motion right to left, wide under center. Hands it off to Michael Ridden, muscles forward as he dives near the first down marker at the 2-yard line. Glidden, the senior and the gritty player for this team. It will certainly depend upon the spot. Needed to. Appears to have maybe enough, but we'll wait. And the initial indication is he is just inches short, and the coaches in the coaching box right next to us do not like this spot at all.
You got to at least bring out the chains to make sure you get the right spot, but tell you what, that is a bad spot. Michael Glenn had that first down. He was well beyond that 2-yard line.
Power package for the Thunder. Third down and literally inches from the 2-yard line of Adrian. No score with 9:40 left here, second quarter. Tom Lyman in motion from right to left. Under center is Eric Watt. Hands it off to Glenn, and he is stacked back for a loss off the left side. A loss of 1, but there is a flag on the play. It came out and possibly movement across the offensive line for Trine. That could be a huge penalty, depending on what side it comes out on. Cannot make mistakes inside the red zone against a good defense like this in a championship ball game. Here comes the referee for the official call.
I believe he's pointing to Adrian's side, perhaps an offsides call.
It is offsides on Adrian. That is an automatic first down for the Thunder, and they are the team that makes the mistake. The Thunder now will try to prosper on first down and goal with no score here in the second.
And that's exactly why that play got blown up, because Michael Glenn, the guy that made the tackle, he obviously was offsides, tried to jump the count there a little bit, jumped a little bit too early, call him for the 5-yard penalty, half the distance, first down.
First down and goal at the 1-yard line. No score here, second quarter. Qualls all the way out to the right. Rosengard to the left and Glidden to the right. Split backs in the backfield. Under center is Eric Watt. Snap back to Watt. Hands it off to Michael Glidden. Plowing up the middle. Did not get into the end zone. Stacked up and thrown down by this stout Adrian defense. Second down and goal from the Thunder from the 1.
Adrian's crowd pretty happy that they made the stop right there. But remember, it's first down inside that 1-yard line. So you just got to get 3 just very, very short feet to pick up the touchdown.
This power package has been absolutely unbelievably productive this year. And that's one of the main reasons this team is second in the entire nation in red zone offense. 8:50 left here in the second quarter, no score.
Mario Brown coming into the game, and Adrian, lots of confusion there. They're going to have to call a timeout. They got 12 guys on the field with a 13th guy going onto the field. So they got to call a timeout, burn one, and now the offense is going to get down, get a little bit of air, get a little bit of water, and make sure they draw up a good play.
Second timeout for Adrian here in the first half. No score. 8:41 left in the second quarter. Second down and goal from the Thunder from the 1-yard line, as they have moved the ball better than any team has the entire year against Adrian today on the ground. Not very good weather conditions. Blustery winds at 25 to 35 miles per hour. Temperatures about 40 degrees, but it feels a lot colder with that wind. Trine has not been able to throw the ball. They do not have a completion yet today. And even with all that, they're moving the ball against this Adrian defense, and they have a chance to put it in. And when you get down to this point, I'll tell you what, in a championship ball game, if you have it first down and goal at the 1, you'd better score 6.
Yeah, you got to score because that really tells the characteristics of your team. And obviously, this team's a running play. We've seen a lot of bootleg plays from this offense. They've been able to do it against Kalamazoo for the 2-point conversion. We've seen touchdowns time and time again. We'll see what kind of play they have up their sleeve coming up right now.
Here they come again, power package. Kent Billers into the ball game. Mario Brown in the backfield, though. The split backs with Michael Glidden to his right. And Eric Watt, the sophomore, is under center. The ball falls to the left. No score second quarter. Biller in motion from right to left. Faking the sweep. Back to throw. Eric Watt, he's in trouble at the 10. Breaks out of the tackle. Throws it into the end zone. Incomplete. In and out of the stomach at the pylon to the right of Troy Hershey. About 1 yard deep into the end zone. That Adrian team almost had another sack of the 10-yard line. But Eric Watt squirmed out of it, used his athleticism, ad-libbed the play to Troy Hershey, but incomplete, and now it is 3rd down and goal from the 1.
You got to pick up 6 points. Now package going back out, Kent Miller, as well as Mario Brown going out, and tight end coming back in the game. But obviously, you got to put points up on the board. You can see the end zone. You can basically touch it from your stance.
No score, 8:34 left second quarter. 3rd down and goal, and this huge crowd on their feet now for both sides. Watt under center, split backs in the backfield, hands it off to Rosengarten, throwing up the middle, and he cannot get in, and the Bulldogs have stopped him. No gain for Rosengarten. 4th down and goal from the 1. And now what does Matt Land do? In a scoreless ball game, do you go for 3 or do you try to push it in and go for 6? We'll see. No indication yet that they're going to go for any field goal. It is 4th down and goal from the 1. And Matt Land has a mindset like I did. If you had 1st down and goal from the 1 and you don't score 6 points, it is a failure. They are going for it.
This is going to be huge. In my very, very humble opinion, you got to get the points up on the board. You got to go for 3, but it appears if they're just going to run down the clock a little bit, quarterback's going to go over that head referee, call a timeout, then they're going to get a little bit extra time then to decide whether they do want to go for it on 4th down or kick a field goal. But in my very, very humble opinion, I am not a coach, I'm not a professional, but you got to take it 3 points when it's offered to you.
That's exactly what they did. Waited for the play clock to roll down. Eric Watt called for the timeout. Now the team will have a chance to regroup. They'll have a chance to evaluate this possible play call. Or if they want to send the MIAA Special Team Player of the Week, Jeremy Howard, onto this field to kick a field goal. Points are obviously at a premium here today. No score. 7:42 remaining here in the second quarter. And Tyler is right. You cannot win the ball game if you don't have points. To put 3 on this board right now would be big for this team. But to be down inside the red zone, 1st down and goal at the 1, and to come away without a touchdown would also be crushing. This will be a very, very interesting call by Matt Land.
I'll take the points any single time. You got to put points up on this board. And I believe that a couple guys are going to go off, and a couple guys are going to stay in. Eric Watt in the game. Luke Rosengarten in the backfield, as well as Michael Glenn, power package in. Big, big play for both teams.
They're going for it. 4th down and goal from the 1-yard line. This Bulldog fan base is absolutely fired up. Power package, split backs in the backfield. Eric Watt is under center. Double tight end set with a Mark Walls wide to the right. Eric Watt is under center. Wyman in motion from right to left. 4th down and goal from the 1. Faking the draw, throwing out to the left side, into the end zone to Troy Hershey, and it's incomplete, and the front have come up absolutely empty. Came in and out of the hands of Troy Hershey on the left side, 7 yards deep into the end zone, hit for turf. The Thunder had 1st down and goal at the 1, and they have a goose egg to show for it.
Yeah, they went for the throw there on that play, try to go for the deep crossing route over the backside. The end zone couldn't quite haul in the pass. Right now, this defense has got to step up because it's on the 1-yard line, and I wouldn't mind definitely a safety for this defense, but you got to get into the backfield real fast, make a big tackle, and also shed your blocks and play good defense.
No score, 7:37 remaining second quarter. Troy Niblock is in at quarterback. Brandon Cooler, their fullback, is behind him in the I formation. 2 wide receivers. Pat Reagan to the left side and Oswald to the right. From the shotgun is Niblock, sticks it directly up the middle, just trying to get away from the shadow of his own goal line, and maybe nudges forward for about a yard. Trine played him well up the middle along with Jake Vance On the tackle for the Thunder was Corey Latta from his safety spot. 2nd down and 9 for their own 2 in a scoreless ball game.
Yeah, they're just going to try to create a little bit of space. That way, and the quarterback in shotgun position doesn't have to stand in the end zone. That's always a very nervous play when you're a quarterback. But I tell you what, defense did a good job making sure they clog up those holes and making a tackle.
Brandon Cooler, the fullback, 5'7", 238 pounds, a senior. They have huge fullbacks. Hanks, when he's in the ball game, is 5'8" and 240. 2nd down and 9 for their own 2. Running to the left side is Troy Niblock into the end zone. Thrown down by Tad McNally, and no indication yet. Now it's a safety. The Thunder had a safety on the left side as Tad McNally went into the truck of the athletic Troy Niblock, stood him up, rode him back 8 yards, threw him down on his back, Trine 2, Adrian nothing.
If you can't get 3, if you can't get 6, go for 2. And that's exactly what that defense did. They made sure they realized that there was going to be an option-type play where the quarterback could have tossed out by Troy Niblock in no man's land. He just had to hold on to the ball, take it down to the ground, make sure that ball doesn't get stripped out. But either way, defense, phenomenal job making sure they get the safety. Not 3 points, not 6 points, but 2 points. It's points nonetheless.
Niblock is a big, strong man, folks. He could not get out of the grasp of Tad McNally on the solo tackle for the safety. Niblock, 6 feet, 194 pounds. The senior, as he tried the best he could to trudge forward to get out of that end zone, and standing him up was McNally, 6'3" and 225 pounds, and throwing him down for the only point so far today with 6:50 left in the second quarter. The Thunder, and the unconventional score here on Championship Ball Game, lead the Bulldogs 2-0, as Kevin Ayler will have the free kick from the 20-yard line. Kent Biller out to the right with Paul Curtis deployed to the left to return this kick. The Thunder had 1st down and goal, could not get into the end zone, but 2 plays later, a safety for Tad McNally, and they strike first. Here comes the kick. It is off across midfield, hits at the 40-yard line. It's a free ball, but it scampers out of bounds inside the 35 at about the 31. Michael Glidden in pursuit, the up man for the Thunder. Decent field position, but a nice kick for the Bulldogs as the Thunder's offense back onto the field with 6:48 remaining here before halftime. They lead Adrian 2-0.
Right now, this offense has got to get back on the field and reestablish that series of downs. Obviously, they missed points. They missed an opportunity to get another score on the board, but defense coming back, making sure they get their own points up on the board. At any point in time, if your defense can put points up on the board, it is going to alleviate a little bit. I'm not talking about a lot of it, but a little bit of stress there for the offensive side of the ball.
These are teams, folks, remember, that average 34.5 points a game for Trine and 32.5 points per game for Adrian. It is 2-0 with 6:48 remaining here in the second quarter, as they're still discussing something on this field right now.
I think they're going to try to figure out where the ball should be spotted, because it is a free kick, but it's also a kickoff, so the ball goes out of bounds. It's technically a penalty, but if it's considered a punt, the ball can go out of bounds, so the referees are just trying to figure out where the ball should be spotted. But either way, Coach Land making sure he gets on the field.
And it went out of bounds, and they have the opportunity to take the ball at the 40-yard line or to have Adrian kick the ball over again, and they will take the latter. They will go for the free kick as Adrian is now pushed back to their 15-yard line. As Tyler said, again, it rolled out the new rule this year is you would normally get the ball at the 40-yard line, but you do have the opportunity as a coach to decline that part of it and make them kick again, and that's exactly what they're doing with Trine up 2 with 6:48 left here in the second quarter. Kevin Ayler, 6'3" and 201, the sophomore from Wallaceburg, Ontario. The Canadian native is in again for the free kick from the 15-yard line. This could be huge for the Thunder as Biller now and Curtis creep up to their own 40-yard line. Ayler lets loose on the punt light kick way up into the air. Biller catches it into his stomach at the 45 midfield. Biller had a seam directly up the middle as he muscled past the 45-yard line, fell forward to the 43. The ball in Adrian territory with 6:43 left before halftime. The Thunder lead the Bulldogs 2-0.
Sun now peeking out here, and a little bit of sun now on the field. But I tell you what, good communication there between Kent Biller and Paul Curtis, because both of them were back to make sure they could get the pass. Paul Curtis in one of those baseball plays, mine take it, mine take it. Biller took it, like you said, Aaron, had a seam, just about broke through there for a big game, but still putting it now in Bulldog territory.
3 wide receivers to the right. Zach Solmonson, Zepeda and also Mario Brown, wide receiver left. Jeff Langley in the backfield. From the shotgun is Eric Watt. From the 43-yard line, Adrian. Wide receiver screen caught right side by Mario Brown. Does not have room, though, as he tries to shimmy out of a tackle and thrown down. Back at the 44-yard line, he will actually lose one. First catch of the day for the Thunder. And they now have -1 yards throwing, as Mario Brown loses one in his 20th catch of the year.
Yeah, good defense there by the Bulldogs. They didn't overload blitz right there on the weak side, making sure they had 3 or 4 guys coming from that weak side, putting pressure on the quarterback. They just happened to be played right into the hand of the Thunder, where with the wide receiver screen just got blown up before they could get back to the original line of scrimmage.
2-0 Trine, 6:05 remaining here, second quarter. Second down and 11 from the Adrian 45-yard line. Kent Biller in motion from right to left, fakes it his way back to throw. As Eric Watt is in trouble, flag down. He's at the 45. He'll run to the 40, left hash to the 35-yard line before he finally crashes forward inside that mark. But a flag in the backfield normally would be reserved for holding.
Yeah, it's going to be either a holding call or a block in the back. Either way, it's probably going to be against this offense. And now, instead of third down and about 3 yards, they're going to go down second down and much, much more, move them back into Thunder territory.
The sun is out, as Tyler mentioned before. That will warm things up a little bit. Holding call on the Thunder. 5:49 left here in the second quarter. They lead it 2-0 on the Tad McNally safety against Troy Niblock, the offensive player of the year in this conference from last year, and likely this year.
Luke Rosengarten, Kent Biller, as well as I believe it was Troy Hershey going back out into the game, going to the sidelines, and a new package coming in.
Eric Watt this year, 1,721 yards passing, 13 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. But because of this win, they have not been able to implement that passing game very well at all. Had a couple of drops early, with 3 wide receivers deployed to the right. Zach Solvenson again in this ball game from the Adrian area. Back to throw, it's a shovel pass caught by Jeff Langley on the right side. Is in the 45-yard line before he's thrown out across the sideline for a short gain. At about the 48 he goes. Only has about 2, and after that penalty, it is third down and long for the Thunder.
Yeah, not only do you gain enough yards, not enough yards to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but you run out of bounds, and the clock stops there now with just about 5.5 minutes left to go. Zach Solmonson going out of the game, when Mark Qualls, the big guy, coming in for the pass play.
Third down and 19 for the Thunder from their own 47-yard line. 5:21 left here in the second quarter. They lead Adrian 2-0. Zepeda to the right, along with Lamar Qualls. Brown and Curtis deployed to the left side. From the shotgun is Eric Watt. Back to throw. Lofts the right sideline deep at the 20-yard line, looking for Qualls, and it's incomplete. Made the catch, but out of bounds. Again, being sandwiched up on the man-to-man coverage against that right sideline by the veteran Chris Calley.
Yeah, he tried to sell the catch, and the referee probably believes that he made the catch. Unfortunately, his feet were out of bounds. He couldn't quite haul it in. But now Nate Fitzsimmons coming back into the game with the wind at his back. He's going to try to pin this down, hopefully inside the red zone, but put a little coffin corner inside the 10.
Thunder offense stalls after the good field position after the free kick. They lead 2-0. 5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Punting it is Fitzsimmons, angling toward Parvin, catches the left sideline to the 10. Parvin stutter step, 15 to the 20. Left sideline thrown out across the 25-yard line at the 26. A return of about 16 yards for the White Lake, Michigan native. Here comes the Bulldog offense. 4:54 left before halftime. Trine leads with the unconventional score over Adrian today for the MIAA title, 2-0.
Aaron Selking there on the special teams coverage. He made sure that he basically played a little bit of defense. He realized he had the out-of-bounds marker as another defensive player.
Troy Niblock back in at quarterback. The third time in 4 series he has been their quarterback. Pat Reagan, their big play guy, split out to the left side. Stevie Freeman, a transfer from another Division II school, is a huge player. Is split out wide to the right. He's normally their deep guy. Niblock from the shotgun with Brandon Cooley standing directly behind him. Reagan in motion from left to right. Niblock receives the snap, sticks it directly up the middle, and he's tackled by the ankles as he squirts past the 25-yard line for a gain of maybe 1. The fullback plowed his way, Brandon Cooley, but Joe Curtis is right there to grab the ankles of Niblock and throw him down.
Joe Curry, and also number 6, Matt Curry, the junior D-back, listed at 5'9", 185 from Columbia City, Indiana, and making sure that he makes a tackle. Very, very small gain for the offense.
The Thunder have contained Troy Niblock so far unofficially with only 31 yards rushing. This is a player that has 898 headed into this ball game. went over 1,000 last year. He's a preseason All-American. Second down, about 9 for their own 25. Trine leads it 2-0 with 4:12 left here, second quarter play fake. Looking to throw deep across midfield, left sideline, incomplete. Ryan Rickaby off his hands and out of bounds, looking for Pat Reagan, their fifth-year senior on the left. And Rickaby, only a freshman, man-to-man coverage, played extremely well to shut out his daylight.
And just about got the ball pegged off. I tell you what, very, very close to being some offensive pass interference. He got pushed off, but it just happened to be pushed off right into the ball.
Reagan is a track star, in fact, a track champion on the relay team. His father, a former Notre Dame assistant under Bob Davie. Third down and 10 for their own 25-yard line. Trine leads it 2-0. 4:06 remaining second quarter from the shotgun as Niblack flush from the pocket. He'll run. He's stacked and thrown down on his shoulder by Courtney Pearson. Gave him a 360. Landed him on the turf at the 29-yard line. A gain of 3. And this Thunder defense, folks, they are stepping up, containing this potent offense. And Troy Niblack, they have a safety here today. Those have originated the only 2 points for this ball game. The Thunder up 2-0.
Not nearly as good as a sack, but 3, and now is just as good for Courtney Pearson, wrapping his big arms around him, throwing him down to the ground.
Pearson simply adds to his all-time tackle total here at Trine. He leads them all time. Here comes Ayler to kick it off. Back to receive is Paul Curtis, calling for a fair catch, steps up, makes it into his stomach at their own 42-yard line, in the middle of the field. And again, the Thunder have good field position with 3:23 remaining and 2 timeouts to work with here in the second quarter. They lead Adrian 2-0.
Yeah, right now it's just a baseball score with 2 points up there on the board for the Thunder. But right there, good job by Paul Curtis. Very, very smart play calling for the fair catch. Basically inside about that 40-yard line, just pushing out to about the 43, making sure he holds in that pass after calling for the fair catch.
Sun still out, wind still whipping around here at Adrian. Ball from their own 43-yard line. First down and 10. 2 wide receivers to the right and 2 to the left. Watt, the sophomore, is from the shotgun with Langley deployed to his left. Fakes the draw, takes it out in the zone replay. Himself left side, spins out of a tackle, but has little gain. Across the left at about the 44-yard line. That defensive line contained Eric Watt well, gaining only 1.
Yeah, and also that secondary stepped up those defensive backs and also those safeties coming up and making sure that they make the tackle. But good blocking there by that offensive line with the zone read play. Didn't quite know whether to go up the middle, go off tackle, and the quarterback chose to go off tackle, picking up about 1.
Watt's 10th in this entire league in rushing, unofficially with 84 yards carried today, which is a season high. He had 77 in the season opener against Manchester. Second down and 9 for their own 44-yard line. Trine leads it 2-0 here in the second. The shotgun is Eric Watt. 4 wide receivers, rolls right, looking to run at the 45-yard line, spun down at the 49 goes Eric Watt. A gain of about 5 before that defensive line collapsed upon him and threw him down on his back. It was Austin Fritz, the 6', 235-pound sophomore from Ayersville, Ohio, an all-stater there in high school.
Yeah, that might have been a running play from the get-go, making sure he had some good blocks up front. But I tell you what, Adam Kurtz making sure he gets good separation between himself and the defensive player. But also Mario Brown downfield was just about open for a split second. Quarterback decides to keep it and run the ball.
Just shy of midfield, third down and 4 from their own 49-yard line. Trine 2, Adrian nothing, under 2 minutes remaining here, second quarter. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left from the shotgun is the sophomore Watt. Play clock down to 2. Snap back, looking to throw, and a nice diving catch on the right side by Troy Hershey at the 44-yard line. A gain of 7 and a Trine first down.
That's what you can expect from Troy Hershey, number 21, that tight end, making sure he extends his arms all the way. And while he's coming down, he adjusts that ball into his basket, brings it down to the ground, picking up the first.
41st career catch for Troy Hershey. It keeps this drive alive. Remember, Adrian, 8th in the entire nation, allowing only 25% conversion rate on third down. First down and 10 from the 44-yard line of the Bulldogs. Faking the draw. Back to throw is Eric Watt. Now he'll run right side pump fake at the 40-yard line. Stiff arm as he is thrown out by the waist on the ankle tackle from Chris McGuire at the 39. But Eric Watt ad-libbed his way out of bounds for a gain of 5.
And And that right now is the biggest thing. You got to make sure you stop that clock inside 1 minute and 30 seconds. You're trying to generate a drive here to put some points up on the board. I believe Trine still has their 2 timeouts, but they don't want to use those just yet. They want to make sure they can call a timeout, stop the clock, if necessary, to kick a field goal.
Officially giving him 4 back at the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 6 from the Adrian 40. Trine leads it 2-0. Right hash, 1:27 left before half. 4 wide receivers. Watt from the shotgun, with Langley to his right. Straight drop, throwing. Middle of the field is caught by Trine at the 1st down marker at the 34-yard line. Looking for and connecting with Wes Werner, the Adrian native for the Thunder. He should have enough for the 1st down, a gain of about 6.
That he does. Head referee calling for the 1st down. Now just about spot the ball on that 34-yard line, continuing to try to generate some sort of drive and some points.
Only Werner's 2nd catch this entire year from Adrian High School. The high school teammate of Ryan Rickaby comes up with a huge conversion for the Thunder. Game clock down to 1:12. It is still ticking. Ball on the right hash at the Adrian 34. Trine leads it 2-0. Curtis and Brown to the left side. 2 wide receivers to the right. Eric Watt barking out the signals from the shotgun. Receives a snap. Back to throw. Looking. Flush from the pocket. Rolling left. Being chased by Austin Fritz. He loses his footing in the backfield, and it appears to be a late hit. After Eric Watt went down at the 38-yard line, slid down, loses his footing at the 38, and then the penalty flags ensued. And we'll see exactly what this call is. It appeared again as though Adrian came down on Eric Watt and committed another late hit, unnecessary roughness. The referee still talking this over the 38. Here it comes. Personal foul on the Bulldogs. Helmet-to-helmet contact was the official call. And again, this crowd does not like it, but the Bulldogs have self-destructed penalty-wise here in the 1st half. This is the most penalized team in the entire MIAA, and instead of having a 6-yard loss on the sack, it is a 15-yard personal foul penalty, an automatic 1st down. Ball the 23-yard line in the left hash with 53 seconds remaining here before half. The Thunder lead 2-0.
Now all of a sudden you're in field goal territory with try to put some points up on the board.
Brown and Curtis to the right side. 2 wide receivers deployed to the left. Cepeda and Qualls. Watt from the shotgun with Langley out to his right. Snap back to Watt. Back to throw. Stopping. Pump fake. Looking. Rolls left. Near the sideline. Wings it across his body. Incomplete. A dangerous pass. Left side looking for Lamar Qualls at the 10-yard line. Threw it across his body, sidearm style, and he was very lucky that ball was not intercepted.
And Lamar Qualls getting a little bit of frustration there on his face. 3 balls have been thrown to him, 2 have been uncatchable, and that 3rd one just ricocheted right off his fingertips. Couldn't quite haul it in. He's getting a little frustration. He needs to make sure that he gets himself open to make a catch. 2nd
down and 10 from the Adrian 23-yard line. The Thunder lead at 2-0 with 40 seconds remaining before half. 3 wides to the right, 1 to the left. Eric Watt from the left hash is under center with Jeff Langley, the lone setback. Back to throw is Eric Watt. Reverse pivot, in trouble. Fritz has him by the shoulder pad. He snakes out of the tackle. Rolling to the right. Lofts it toward the end zone. Right side, incomplete, and almost intercepted at the 5-yard line. Looking for Paul Curtis right at the goal.
Say what, I'm not quite sure who was tracking that ball, whether the defense or the offense, because it just flew through about 3 guys, different arms, 2 defensive players for Adrian and 1 offensive player for Trine. That ball should have not even been thrown because he should have even been sacked back by that 30-yard line. But once again, the escapability of a mobile quarterback, making sure he at least gets a little bit of time to make a throw.
Brad Smigala, the safety, almost came up with the interception. He had real estate to run if he did. 29 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter. Trine 2. And Adrian nothing. 3rd down and 10 for the Bulldog 23. Balls to the right. Biller, wing to the right. Split backs in the backfield. Langley and Michael Glidden. Eric Watt, the sophomore signal caller, is under center with Biller in motion. Fakes the sweep to him. Back. Eric Watt will run. Left hash now to the sideline. 20-yard line. Spins out of it. Down to the 18 he goes. Watt is short of a 1st down, gaining 5. As the Thunder apparently will have about a 4th down and 5. The ball came loose late, but he was already down. And now they're waiting for this clock to roll down and call a timeout. It's down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And they finally call the timeout. The Thunder will have a chance now to set up a field goal. It will be approximately a 34-yarder by Jeremy Howard, who hit field goals the last week of 35, 35, and 41. against Albion. Howard, the special teams player of the week in this league. The Thunder lead it 2-0. They'll have one final play here in the second quarter, and using the left leg of Jeremy Howard to do it. But these winds could be very, very tricky. Still blowing 25 to 35 miles per hour diagonally to Howard's back.
Yeah, you got to believe that. Obviously, you want to get some points up on this board, and I'm not as worried about the distance because technically it's with his back, so he's going to be kicking with the wind, but he's also going to have to aim it big time left, basically push it left since he's a left-footed kicker, and then let the ball just kind of tail in, kind of like a nice little draw play on a golf shot.
Howard 6 for 8 this year. Laid down at the 25-yard line. Officially a 35 effort from the left hash. Howard, the left-legged kicker. The holder is Nate Fitzsimmons. Last play here in the second quarter. Trine leads it 2-0 on Championship Saturday up at Adrian.
There's no play clock right now. They got to make sure there's at least a little bit of play clock, and right now the referee has not whistled this play live.
Play clock had gone blank. Now the referee tells them to correct that. Jeremy Howard takes this opportunity to concentrate even more. 1 second left here in the second quarter. A 35-yard effort from Howard from the left hash. Snap is down. Kick is up. It's deep enough. Is it accurate enough? No good. Just pushed it wide to the right. Howard comes up empty here on the last play before halftime. And we head into intermission, folks. On Championship Saturday with absolutely everything at stake. The winner today takes the MIAA title. They advance to the NCAA tournament. And halfway through, it is Trine 2 and Adrian nothing.
Obviously right there, Trine wanted to get a couple more points there on the board. He had a little bit of a leg and just pushed it a little bit. The ball tried to tail back in. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get there for the additional 3 points. But I tell you what, any point in time you are leading going into halftime, even though it is just a 1-score lead, you got to be happy with your team. Right now, they have taken control of this team. They're just waiting for their offense to get back in the groove. Obviously, the biggest stand up right now for this Bulldog defense was that first down and goal from the 1.5 yard line. They made a goal line stand. Coach Land tried to make a little bit of a gamble going it for on 4th down. Incomplete pass to Troy Hershey. Missed a couple points there, but defense stepping up. Nick set it down, making sure they make the stop and safety right in the end zone. 2 points for the defense.
The Bulldogs will get the ball first to start off the second half. The good news for Trine, they have been able to run the ball today against the number 2 rush defense in the entire nation, but the bad news, they just have not been able to convert on those opportunities to get the ball in the end zone, and they take a scant 2-0 lead into halftime here from Adrian at the Multi-Sports Performance Stadium. We'll take a break. We'll be back with a halftime show after this. Again, your halftime score from Adrian, it's Trine 2 and the Bulldogs nothing. It's Trine Thunder football on 88X. A terrific fan base today for Trine. Everybody in white as he runs it up and kicks. The second half is underway. He kicks it short. It hits at the 30-yard line. Caught, though, by the Bulldogs as he tries to fight forward but cannot get past that mark. At the 30-yard line, they will start here in the third quarter. That Trine special teams unit is absolutely fired up as they come up with a stop.
Yeah, they just about came up with the unintentional onside kick because that ball gets down on the ground. It's a live ball. Special teams get down there in coverage, jump on that ball, but Adrian picking it up. But once again, special teams stepping up and making the tackle.
Mike McGee starts things off at quarterback for the Bulldogs here in the third quarter. McGee 1 for 2 in that first half. Troy Niblock, the quarterback, is lined up right at wide receiver with Stevie Freeman his way. 2 wide receivers to the left. And the lone back in the backfield again is Edwards, just as he started this game. Edwards, it's called directly up the middle, thrown down for little gain. Tad McNally came bursting off of the end. The linebacker made another big defensive play, maybe gaining 2 feet.
Yeah, he's basically playing a cornerback type position in which he kind of steps back to play the pass and then just got blown up into the backfield, making sure he makes a stop. Forward progress, going to give him about a gain of 1. But I tell you what, he got to him real fast.
Edwards had 6 carries for 127 yards and 2 touchdowns against Hope. This is a player with absolute breakaway speed. Had some Division I interest. He's in the backfield along with Mike McGee. Trine leads a 2-0 early action here the third quarter. Second down and 9 from their own 31. Stevie Freeman in motion from right to left. as they hand it off directly up the middle again to Edwards, and the ball comes loose at the 30-yard line. No indication yet, and the Thunder have recovered on the fumble directly up the middle inside the 30, and that's the huge momentous swing this team is looking forward to start off the third. They have the ball deep in Adrian territory, leading at 2-0.
Coach Land talked about that one play that you're going to be able to point out earlier in that first half. It was the safety getting points up on the board. And right now, so far, we've yet to see what goes on further in the game. But right now, making sure they got that fumble, picking it up, and making sure big turnover, and +1 now on the turnover margin for the game.
+11 on the turnover margin this year. Brown and Glidden split backs in the backfield with Curtis to the left and Bill to the right. Eric Watt is under center with Trine leading at 2-0 early action third quarter. Glidden with a call, muscles directly up the middle as he falls forward near the 25-yard line, gaining 4. Glidden from Monrovia High School in Indianapolis, 5'11" and 215 pounds, a senior with 7 scores this year.
Right now, this offense switching in a couple guys. Jeff Langley going into the game and Mario Brown going back out. So you got to believe they have their running guys in. They're going to continue to try to run the ball right down the throats of this Adrian defense.
We'll try and be able to take advantage of this early turnover in the third quarter. Second down, about 6 from the 26-yard line. Thunder lead at 2-0 with 13:33 left here, third quarter. Paul Curtis to the left side, Biller wing to the right with Langley and Glidden split backs in the backfield. Eric Watt under beautiful, sunny, shining skies in the backfield, and that's a fumble on the toss sweep to the left side. Absolutely plastered down was Jeff Langley, but the Thunder appear to come up with recovery, and they do on an athletic play by Paul Curtis at the 40-yard line. On the toss sweep to the left side, the ball and the defensive back got to Jeff Langley at precisely the same time, jarred it loose, and Paul Curtis, for Trine's sake, able to recover the fumble, but it's all the way back now to the 40.
And that's exactly why running backs wear mouthpieces, because he just got his head just jarred there and fumbled the ball. Luckily, Paul Curtis smart enough to make sure he jumps on the ball.
Third down and 21 from the 40-yard line of Adrian, left hash. Trine leads at 2-0 early action third quarter. Faking the sweep. Watt back to throw. Lofts it. Right sideline. Sliding play at the 25-yard line, but it's incomplete. They said the ball hit the ground. Lamar Qualls cannot believe it. He was the intended receiver on that right sideline in the 25. But the incomplete pass, Matt Land doesn't like the call. Fourth down and 21 for the Thunder at the Bulldog 40. They lead at 2-0 with 12:31 left here in the third quarter, and they cannot take advantage of that fumble. Nate Fitzsimmons is in to punt.
Yeah, obviously, Coach Land not too happy about that call. I believe he just about got the call, but obviously I'm too far away. Referees are down there, but good try by Lamar Qualls to make a catch.
Fitzsimmons into punt at his own 44-yard line. John Parvin again is back deep to receive. Fitzsimmons let loose, and it is a boomer. That ball will hit into the Adrian end zone, back for a touchback. A 40-yard punt for Fitzsimmons, but a net of only 20. And now the Bulldog offense with a big crowd here behind their backs will go out early action in the third quarter. Trine leads at 2-0.
Yeah, Nate Fitzsimmons just trying to bomb that ball and just about had it pinned down inside that 5-yard line. That ball only bounced about 5 yards. A little bit of a shorter kick. Could have downed it inside the 10.
Jared Edwards with a fumble on the last possession, his second fumble of the year. And it's Troy Niblock back in at quarterback. Mike Johnson offset to his right in the backfield. He's from the shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Middle of the field, first down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Trine leads at 2-0 with 12:23 remaining here, third quarter. Johnson now shifts off to his left. Niblock from the shotgun with a hard count. Play clock down to 8. Low snap, picks it off the turf. Quarterback run directly up the middle as he spins and backs his way past the 20-yard line, up forward to about the 23. Niblock has 3, but again, still being contained by this Trine defense.
Yeah, once again, defensive back, I believe it was Tad McNally coming in hard from the weak side. A low snap. That ball gets bobbled just a little bit. Tad McNally blows him up in the backfield, but still Courtney Pearson stepping up, getting out of his middle linebacker position and making a tackle.
Medina, Verley, Troutman in across the defensive line for the Thunder. Still the same linebacking unit and secondary. Second down and 7 from their own 23-yard line. Niblock from the shotgun with 4 wide receivers. A Trine up 2-0. Snap back to Niblock. Play fake. Looking to throw. Rolls to the right. Slings it in. It's knocked down by Aaron Selking at the 25-yard line. Falls incomplete at the 30. He was looking for Stevie Freeman on the out route at about the 45-yard line, but Aaron Selking right there to make the play.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if that ball doesn't get tipped. I'm not even sure that ball gets completed because he was turning in one direction, the pass was a different direction. But good job getting out from that outside linebacker, crowding up the line and putting pressure on that quarterback, pushing him out of the pocket, make him throw on the run.
3rd down and 7 for their own 23-yard line, middle of the field. Trine leads it 2-0. Early action here in the 3rd quarter. Troy Niblock, the offensive player of the year from last year at quarterback with 4 wide receivers, 2 each side from the shotgun. Gets a snap. Niblock steps up. There's a flag on the play. Pump fake. Niblock breaks the tackle 25 to the 30. Right side as he lowers his head into Aaron Selking. He is dropped upon by Joe Curtis at the 35-yard line, but a flag deep in the backfield of Adrian. He will have enough for the 1st down on the game, but this is probably going to be a hold on the Bulldogs, and they have been inflicted by penalty problems the entire day as the referee comes, slams together his fist, shows the holding call, and it's on the Bulldogs. It will be declined, or it will be accepted, and they'll be pushed back.
Yeah, don't decline that penalty because that gives Adrian that 1st down, but good job there by that defensive line. If you're going to get held, at least show the referee that you are going to get held. Sell the play a little bit. So now instead of 1st down or even 3rd down and 7, they're going to put that ball back 10 yards for a big, big play there by the defense.
11:27 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Trine 2 and Adrian nothing. Ball at their own 13-yard line. 3rd down and about 16. Niblock from the shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Mike Johnson offset to his right. Niblock gets a snap. 3-step drop, looking, throws it, lofts it right sideline, way incomplete. Over the head of Stevie Freeman, being guarded by Andrew Pickford, way over his head and out of bounds into the Adrian bench at the 40-yard line. Basically a Hail Mary pass to the right sideline. It came up way over the head of Freeman, the Division II transfer. And now the Thunder get some applause from their crowd as they'll go back on offense. Stepping back as Paul Curtis to receive this punt. They lead 2-0 early action here in the 3rd.
Good job on the defensive end. Number 91, Matt Medina, sophomore D-line, listed at 6'2", 240, getting good pressure on that quarterback, making him rush the pass.
Kevin Ayler punting from right at his own goal line, middle of the field. A decent snap, gets it off. He booms it across midfield, backpedaling to catch his Curtis at the 35. Paul to the right hash. Shimmies it inside and then is thrown down directly at that mark as he steps back to the 34-yard line. Terrific special teams coverage by the Adrian Bulldogs. Curtis simply had no place to go at all as Daniel Taylor from Commerce Township, Michigan, came in for the stop.
Yeah, that's what happens when your special teams tries to put pressure on that kicker. They had 2 guys going in hard, trying to get a tip on it or even block the punt. You're going to leave your guy exposed there at the end of the play. So for the kick return or the punt return on that play, catch the ball, get down to the ground.
2-0 Trine. 10:58 remaining here 3rd quarter. Watt from the shotgun with 3 wide receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Inside draw, Jeff Langley has some room to pass the 35-yard line and loses the ball again at the 38-yard line. The fumble comes loose as they're unscrambling the pile. The referee's still looking, and they have not made an indication yet. Adrian says it's their ball, and it is. Fumble recovery at the 38-yard line. Langley coughs it up. Adrian comes up with it, and now we'll see if the Bulldogs could take advantage where the Thunder couldn't early here in this 3rd quarter with a fumble in the opposition's territory.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you run the ball up the middle, you're going to give yourself exposed to those linebackers and also those defensive linemen coming in hard. Basically, all you got to do is get a helmet on the ball, pop the ball loose. That's what happens when you're on offense.
Mike McGee at quarterback, 3 wide receivers to the right, Beeler, Reagan, and Niblock. Trine leads it 2-0. 1st down and 10 from the Thunder 37. Quick throw to Troy Niblock, right side. Ryan Rickaby has him and throws him down at the 39-yard line, and the wide receiver screen to the right. A loss of 2 on the right side. The Thunder have these plays diagnosed well, and the defense is swarming here early in the 3rd.
Yeah, the offense is trying to go trips right and basically have 3 wide receivers to that far side of the field. Ryan Rick will be blowing the play up before it can develop and making sure he makes the good tackle, getting the body on the ball. 2nd
catch today for Niblock. He's now the team's leading receiver, also the leading rusher, and also quarterback. He split wide to the left with 3 wide receivers that way. 2nd down and 12. Inside handoff to Mike Johnson, off guard to the right side as he muscles his way near the 35-yard line. Jake Vance, Tad McNally in on the play for the Thunder along with Chris Eichmann as he pushes the pigskin forward to the 36-yard line. A gain of about 4, and now a 3rd down and 9 for the Bulldogs with the Thunder leading at 2-0. Clock rolling with 9:40 left here in the 3rd.
Yeah, defense realized that the offense stalled on that last play, couldn't quite come up with the points off the turnover, but right now they got to make sure they get up and make a big play here now at 3rd down and 9. This will be a big, big defensive stop right now in the 3rd quarter.
From the Thunder 35-yard line, 3rd down and officially 8. McGee from the shotgun. Joe Beeler in motion from left to right. Play fake. Back to throw is McGee. Slings it right sideline, and it is caught inside the 25-yard line by Beeler at the 24. A gain of 11 for the Bulldogs and a 1st down.
Yeah, he basically got to get down to his knees to catch that ball, and when you do, you got to make sure your elbows and your wrists are down on the ground to make sure they reel in the pass.
Beeler's 15th catch of the year, 5'7", 147-pound junior from Wakarusa in Penn High School. Had 3 catches last year against Trine. 1st down and 10 from the Thunder 24-yard line with Trine leading at 2-0 here in the 3rd quarter. 4 wide receivers, 2 each side. Mike McGee, the transfer from Ohio, gets a snap, throws it into the flat, complete to Jomar Jackson out of the backfield past the 20-yard line as he's thrown down onto his side at about the 18, a gain of 6. And Adrian moving the ball here in the 3rd quarter down 2-zip.
Yeah, in that place, the running back kind of got into out on the flats, and as he was running, he picks up the pass and picks up about 5 yards there on 1st down. Defense couldn't quite catch up to the pass play.
2nd catch of the day for Jomar Jackson from Anchor Bay, Michigan. Jackson, a senior, 5'8", 173. 2nd down and 5. Inside the red zone of the Trine 19 left hash. The Thunder lead at 2-0. Beeler in motion from left to right. Mike McGee swiveling his head around, gets the snap, inside handoff to Johnson, and he is absolutely train-wrecked and thrown down by Courtney Pearson on the left side. Left his feet and body slammed him down at the 18, folks. That is absolute raw athleticism.
And right there, that's the Courtney Pearson that we saw last year. Basically, just a big, big play, blowing it up, making sure he makes the stop, leaving his feet, throwing him down to the ground.
3rd down and 4, middle of the field from the Trine 18. The Thunder lead at 2-0 with 7:48 left here, 3rd quarter. Empty backfield. Mike McGee had 4 picks last year against Trine, all by himself with 3 wides to the left and 2 to the right. Huge play in this ball game. 3rd down and 4. Shotgun snap to McGee. 3-step drop. Flush in the pocket. Tad McNally with a sack in the backfield at the 32. And Tad McNally, folks, is showing some athleticism today, bursting upon the scene with the sack earlier in the ball game, and he was shot out of a cannon to knock down McGee for the sack.
Yeah, and they're definitely going to have to go back and put on their special teams right here. We'll see what they decide to do. It appears that they're going to try to punt this ball, and no, actually they're going to go for a field goal. It's going to be a long kick. We saw a kick almost this long distance with Jeremy Howard.
Justin Warner into attempt at field goal. It is a 45-yard effort from the right hash. The Thunder lead at 2-0 with 6:50 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Warner this year 5 for 8, but as long as only 32 yards. Ball is laid down. The kick is up, and it is no good. Short and way wide to the right in the Thunder, thanks to the athletic burst again by Tad McNally on the sack. Shoved them back, missing the field goal to the right. And the score remains Trine 2 and Adrian nothing.
Right there, defense bend but don't break. They bent quite a bit inside that 20-yard line there with a big sack. Tad McNally pushing them down just about to the 28-yard line. And the field goal just had not enough leg on it, pushed it right as well. And short, defense comes away with the stop. Offense get back on the field, make some plays to get some points on the board.
This would be absolute paramount if the Thunder could come up with a score now. They lead at 2-0 with 6:40 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Ball under center, 1st down and 10 for their own 28 left hash. Inside handoff, Michael Glidden as he strengthens his way near the 30-yard line and is thrown onto his back, gaining about 2. Glidden unofficially with 22 yards carried here today, had 21 last year against the Bulldogs. 7 touchdowns today and 13 in his career.
Yeah, decided to go with a fullback handoff, but they also have the fake sweep there on the right side where Mario Brown was just hanging out there in the flat for the toss play, but they decided to make the good choice. They'll put the ball up in the air, hand off your fullback, and pick up some yards.
2-0 Thunder, 6:08 and rolling 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 8 from their own 30-yard line, middle of the field. Kurtz to the right side, 1 wide receiver, Lamar Qualls to the left, Brown slot to the right. From the shotgun is Eric Watt. Inside fake, throws it middle to field, and it's almost picked off, incomplete. Threw it directly behind Troy Hershey at the 40-yard line, spun Hershey around like a pinball. It deflected off of his fingertips into the stomach of the safety and then down onto the turf.
Yeah, passes like that just basically make you hold your breath thinking, holy cow, that ball's going to get tipped off and been picked off. But Troy Hershey going back out of the game, and Lamar Qualls coming back in now without third down and a long 8 yards to go.
5:52 remaining here in the third quarter. The Thunder lead at 2-0. Both teams have had a missed field goal. Both teams have had a fumble in their own territory here in the third quarter, and neither opposition could take advantage. Third down and 8 from their own 30-yard line, middle of the field. 2 wides to the right, 1 to the left. Back to throw is Watt, loses his footing, stands up, rolls to the right, in trouble in the backfield. Gets a few yards thrown out across the right sideline, but no flagging on the play as he sprints his way past the 30-yard line, darts out at about the 32, well short of a first down, and now it is punt time again for the Thunder.
Yeah, right now if you're on offense, you got to be frustrated because you just cannot get anything going. The passes aren't falling right, the runs aren't being able to develop, and right now you have to get your special teams back on and punt the ball. Nate Fitzsimmons once again going to fall on his shoulders to pin them back as deep as possible in their own territory.
Nate from his own 18-yard line. Edwards back to return this time for Adrian. Line drive kick short across midfield, hits to the 40-yard line, takes a Trine hop as it scampers to the 35. No return. That is where they will start. The Thunder lead at 2-0. It's Bulldog ball with 5:34 remaining here third quarter.
Defense now going to have to come back on the field and continue to stop the ball. So far, they've been able to give up no points, very similar to last week's game. But right now, the defense, they have a much more potent offense in front of them. They got to make sure they make their plays and keep the ball in front of them during the whole down.
Mike McGee again is quarterback for Adrian. 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions so far this year. Threw for over 1,500 yards last year as a freshman, the transfer from Ohio University, and one of the top 35 players in the entire state of Ohio coming out of high school. 3 wide receivers split out to the right. Beeler, Reagan, and Niblock is wide that way. 1 wide receiver, Freeman to the left. First down and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Play fake, back to throw. In trouble is McGee, and he is sacked in the backfield, back of the 36-yard line. Christian Verley for the Thunder with a sack.
And that all came from Joe Curtis, number 35. Obviously, he's not going to be credited with a sack, but I tell you what, getting good pressure there on the outside, make sure he realizes it's going to be a play action, try to throw the ball. Play cannot develop, offensive line just collapsing around him. D-line getting in, making the sack.
Adrian had only allowed 9 sacks the entire year, but 2 for Trine here in the third quarter. Trine second in this league in sacks and 21st in the nation. Second down and 15 from their own 32-yard line. Right hash. Trine leads 2-0. Play fake, looking to throw. Out pattern caught by Freeman across the 40-yard line, but immediately planted down on a very nice solo tackle at the 43-yard line by Andrew Pickford to save even bigger play. He has about 10 on the reception.
Yeah, third down and looks like to be just about 3 or 4 yards now, but good job there by the defense, putting about 4 guys up front, putting pressure on the quarterback, dropping back in good pass protection.
7th catch of the year for Freeman, who caught that ball in stride, but a very nice play by Pickford to lay him down short of the first down marker. Third down and about 4 from their own 43-yard line. Trine leads at 2-0 here with 4:15 remaining third quarter. 2 wides each side, play fake. McGee back to throw. Feeling pressure, and it's a fumble. In the backfield, still on the ground, and who has it? 35-yard line. Referees trying to unfurl this pile. Another fumble here in the third quarter, and whose ball is it? It is Trine football. Coming up with a fumble recovery at the 35-yard line, Matt Medina. The sophomore comes up, and now we'll see if the Thunder can take advantage. They're up 2.
Tell you what, that's huge. That quarterback had no idea there were defensive linemen coming around, basically just hammering down on his right arm, just about going forward for that pass, knocking it down, creating the fumble. Couldn't quite pick it up the first time. Second time, fall on a big guy, and make sure you get your offense back on the field.
I'll tell you what, if any offense can put up some points today, it could be huge. They are at a premium. 2-0 Trine with 4:01 left here in the third quarter. First down and 10 from the Adrian 35-yard line left hash. Watt from the shotgun with 3 wide receivers stacked to the right, 1 to the left. Inside draw to Jeff Langley, has a small seam as he bursts across the left hash near the 35-yard line. Players with a lot of pushing and shoving after the play. They give him the 31. Jeff from Indian River, Michigan, has a gain of 4.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that pushing and shoving afterwards because sooner or later it is going to escalate into another personal foul. So far, Adrian's has 2 personal fouls, helmet-to-helmet contact, and then also roughing, actually a personal foul, late hit. But I tell you what, offense picking up 3 yards down on the first run, picking up much more hopefully on second down.
Langley 6th in this league in rushing, 2nd down and 7 from the Adrian 32-yard line. Trine leads at 2-0 with 3:23 left here in the third quarter. Miller in motion right to left. Michael Glidden gets the call, muscles across the 30-yard line. His knee went down at about that spot before he squirmed forward to the 28. But his forward progress stopped when that knee hits the ground at the 30-yard line, gaining 2. And a very, very important 3rd down and 5 for Trine.
Yeah, if you can't pick up the full 5 yards for a first down, at least just get as close as possible. You got to complete a pass or make a good run because now you want to get inside the 30-yard line so your kicker can at least go in and at least try a field goal. If not, you got to go for it once again for 4th down.
2:45 and ticking remaining here in the third quarter. Trine 2, Adrian nothing. Trying to take advantage of another fumble here in the third quarter. Curtis to the right with Billerwing that way. McGill in the backfield, play fake. Rolling right is Eric Watt on the 3rd down and 5. There's a penalty flag down in the backfield, probably a hold as he throws the ball to the right sideline. And do they call it a catch or not? There's still no indication. Apparently it is a catch by Trine at the 25-yard line, but probably a hold in the backfield. We'll see exactly what this penalty flag is all about.
Yeah, they're going to give the catch, but then they're also going to call for the holding penalty and move the ball on back.
That's exactly what it is. Hold on, Trine. Neither offense can get on track at all here today with these tough weather conditions. Adrian has fumbled the ball twice in their own territory here in the third quarter. Trine could not take advantage the first time. What about this time? Now the hold will push them all the way back. They're moving backwards to the 40-yard line of Adrian. The Thunder lead 2-0 on a safety by Tad McNally midway through the second quarter.
Hey, you're in punt territory right now. You're not close enough to kick a field goal, and it would not be advisable to go for it on 4th down. You got to pick up a first down right now.
3rd down and 15, McGill and Glidden in the backfield for the Thunder. Paul Curtis wide to the right. Eric Watt, the sophomore, is under center. Play fake. Watt back to throw. Now he'll run to the 40, the 35. Sees a block. He's at the 30, the 25-yard line as he slams his face forward near the 25, and he is very, very close to a Trine first down off the left hash, and he has it. First down for the Thunder, winding and weaving and squirming his way for 16.
I think they just pull a rabbit out of their hat. You would never call a quarterback draw with about 3rd down and 13 yards to go. But right there, create some openings, and the offensive line, give them a half first down as well because they create the openings, get that quarterback in scoring position.
Eric Watt with a career day using his legs here today. 1:49 left in the third quarter. The Thunder lead at 2-0. First down and 10 from the 25-yard line of Adrian from the shotgun. Hands it off to the right side as he pitches it off to Mario Brown at the 25-yard line, then tries to cut it inside, gaining only about 1. And again, folks, pushing and shoving after this play. Both of these teams are very, very close to another personal foul call as Brown on the toss sweep to the right side as they fake the inside handoff only has 1.
Yeah, right there, the referees, unfortunately, they have to get control of this game right now. And also the offensive players, the leadership on the field, they got to pull their own guys back and say, hey, hold off, I'll let them do the action. Let us pick up the extra 15 yards. But a little bit of a wrinkle play right there with the option, trying to get it out. Mario Brown cutting it up towards the inside, picking up just about 2 feet. They're going to give him about 1 yard.
Thunder were precariously close to a penalty that time. They avoided a 2nd down and 9 from the 24-yard line as Eric Watt sees something he does not like, wheels around. The play clock was down to 1. He calls a timeout. The Thunder have 2 remaining. 48 seconds on the game clock here in the third quarter for the MIAA title this afternoon. The Thunder, on the strength of a safety, folks, believe it or not, lead Adrian 2-0.
Yeah, you got to believe that. Unfortunately, that the timeout right there, that's not advisable. You do not want to burn any timeouts in the 3rd down, and right there, it's just miscommunication between the sidelines and the quarterback. But fortunately, the quarterback saw the play clock get down to 1 or 2, called the timeout, making sure he doesn't lose any more yards. But now, 2nd down, to give him about 9 yards to go to pick up the first down. Now would be the prime opportunity put points up on the board to make it at least a 1.5 score lead.
This Trine defense has been absolutely spectacular here today, and what a lift it would be for this entire team to get some points on the board. The 2-0 lead with 48 seconds remaining here in the third quarter at Adrian with absolutely everything at stake. And it's just a shame we did not have a better day weather-wise to decide this championship. But you play them as they come back out to scrimmage. Second down and 9 at the 24-yard line of Adrian. Trine leads at 2-0, 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. Kurt split out way wide to the left side. Slot to the left is Brown. Lamar Qualls to the right. Langley in the backfield along. A shotgunning Eric Watt. Watt receives the snap. Runs to the left. Draw. Sprint style. Right side to Langley. Stutter steps inside the 20 as he comes to rest down at the 19-yard line, gaining 5. It was a sprint delayed draw to the right. And now the Thunder with a reasonable third down opportunity.
Yeah, you can see everybody's eyes in the crowd go left, follow the quarterback, and just flip it back down to the running back, picking up Jeff Langley, moving inside about to that 20-yard line. Going to spot it just about on that 19. Move the down stick right there, putting up some more yards right now. You got to pick up a first down, and you got to put some more points up on this board.
14 on the game clock, 19 though on the play clock. Trine appears as though they will let this game clock run out here in the third quarter, and they will as they walk to the sideline. Players on both teams holding up the four fingers to signify the fourth quarter coming up. We will have 15 minutes, folks, to determine who will win the MIAA title and who will go to the NCAA playoffs. After 3, Trine 2, Adrian nothing. This is Trine Thunder Football on 88X. Tyler Benner and Greg Nauer, your producer here today. Third down and 4 for the Thunder inside the red zone at the Adrian 19 as we commence proceedings here in the fourth. The Thunder entered this ballgame second in the entire NCAA in red zone offense today, 0 for 3.
Yeah, obviously the offense got to get back on this field and make something happen. They got to put some points up on this board. You would definitely prefer a touchdown, so it's a 9-point ball game.
Crowd making some noise to start things off here in the fourth. Lamar Qualls and Kent Biller to the right. Split backs in the backfield, Brown and Glidden. Eric Watt, the sophomore quarterback, is under center. Play fake. Watt back to throw. Has time. Throws a left hash. Caught by Mario Brown for a first down. Sliding down to the 12-yard line. He has a gain of 7 and a first down for Trine.
I know it's about 95% of this blue crew, but right now it's the white crew moving all the way down to this far side of the field where the Thunder are going to try and take this ball. And once again, ironically, this ball is going to get spotted on that 12-yard line. A little bit more space for a first.
It's 2-0 Trine early action fourth quarter. First down and 10 from the Adrian 12 left hash. Split backs in the backfield, Brown and Glidden. Biller in motion from right to left. Play fake again. Faking the sweep. Running is Eric Watt. He has him by the ankles. Drags him down at about the 10-yard line. That saved at least 5 more yards by Eric Watt as the big defensive lineman, and he's an underrated one, folks. Gino Panza from Monroe, Michigan made the stop. Has a chance maybe talent-wise to be an All-American for this team. Watt has a gain of 2.
Yeah, right there, the offensive line was just kind of collapsing around him, split right upside towards the middle of the field, try to pick up some more yards. Like you said, that defensive tackle basically saving much more yards for the offense.
2-0 Trine. Early action fourth quarter. Second down and 8 from the Bulldog 10. Eric Watt from the shotgun. 4 wide receivers, 2 each side. Receives a snap. Lofts it into the end zone. Left side, incomplete. Knocked down. Looking on the fade pattern to Lamar Qualls on the left side. And the defensive back just went airborne, and Christian Cali swatted it down to the turf.
Yeah, double coverage there on Lamar Qualls. Couldn't quite pick it up. And the defensive player stepped up in front of the play, and the defensive player behind him made sure he laid a good hit. And right there, incomplete pass there for the Thunder offense.
Here comes a huge third down and 8 from the Bulldog 10. Bulldog players jumping up and down. They understand how important this is. Trine leads at 2-0 early action fourth quarter. The shotgun is Eric Watt. 2 wides to each side. Langley to his right. Gets the snap. Fakes the handoff. Watt will run it himself. Lowers his shoulder. Has maybe 2 yards to the right side across the hash. Could not get any more daylight than that as Eric Watt is thrown down for a gain of only 2. Now it is fourth down for the Thunder, and trotting in is the field goal unit led by the sophomore Jeremy Howard.
Yeah, when points are at a premium now so late in this game, with now under 14 minutes left to go, you got to take the 3 points. Jeremy Howard, MIAA Special Teams Player of the Week last week, now coming in to make a very important field goal.
26-yard attempt by Jeremy Howard from the right hash has missed a 35-yarder today. Trine leads it 2-0 with 13:22 left. Snap down, it's a bad snap. They'll pick it up. Nate Fitzsimmons rolling out to the right side, throws it across his body, incomplete in the end zone. A bad snap, and the Thunder again are denied points inside the red zone. How many opportunities can you squander and still win the MIAA title?
Yeah, Fitzsimmons obviously not too good of a passer, believe it or not. If you look at a depth chart, technically he's the fourth quarterback on this team, but right now just couldn't quite take the pass. But bad snap, bad handle, couldn't quite hold on to it, and they give up the 3 points. Now defense back on the field, got to make another stop.
Bulldogs take over their own 10-yard line. Troy Niblock is the quarterback. 2 wide receivers split out to each side. Trine leads it 2-0 with 13:12 left to decide a champion. Niblock has been contained here today. Has only rushed for 21 yards. This is a player who had 1,000 last year and on his way to 1,000 again this year. Empty backfield, quarterback run the entire way. Troy Niblock picking his way right side, thrown down near the shoulder pads by Joe Curtis as he absolutely blew up the play to the right and stuffed him back to the 7 for a loss of about 3, and Niblock, folks, continues to be contained.
And you got to be careful with that tackle right there, getting your hand inside the pads and tearing him down. Luckily, he got inside the pad, but pushed him down forward, so no horse collar, no automatic first down, no 15 yards.
Adrian now with 71 total yards today, Trine with 164. The Thunder lead at 2-0. Second down and 13 from their own 7-yard line. 12:34 left in this ball game. Ball from the right hash from the shotgun is Troy Niblock rushing out to the left side. In trouble. Niblock got out of the end zone, and he's at the 1-yard line before spun down by Courtney Pearson, and the Thunder almost had another safety as Pearson sprinted up the middle. Nope, Niblock pushed the pigskin across the plane of the end zone to the 1, was granted his forward progress at that point. Pearson thought he had another 2 for this team.
And what odd score, obviously 2-0 is one odd score, but 4-0, very, very odd score. And just about Troy Niblock getting a little talking to by that head referee. You got to be careful. You can't spike the ball or do anything like that. So stupid now inside the 1-yard line.
Another sack by Courtney Pearson, 5.5 this year. The Bulldogs pushed all the way back to their own 1. 3rd down and 19. The Thunder lead at 2-0 here in the 4th quarter. The shotgun is Troy Niblock, 4 wide receivers, back to throw, rolls to his left, at the 5-yard line, lowers his shoulder, is thrown down by Joe Curtis at the 8, and terrific defense again by this Thunder unit. 3 and out. Chris Eichmann helped it on the play. The Thunder offense will get this ball back with 11:20 and rolling here on Championship Saturday. They lead the Bulldogs 2-0.
Momentum is slightly in the favor of Trine right now, so wouldn't be surprised if they bring a little bit of heat onto this punter. Try to block this punt right now. Put some points up on this board.
Paul Curtis averages 10.5 yards per punt return. Kevin Ayler 5 yards deep into his own end zone, gets a snap. It's a good one. Lets loose, a spiral punt. Backing is Curtis. He'll let it hit at the 45-yard line, goes all the way across midfield, traverses to the 47, and that's where the Thunder will start in their own territory with absolutely fantastic field position. 10:49 remaining on this clock at Adrian with an MIAA title at stake. The Thunder continue to lead the Bulldogs 2-0.
Yeah, this is quite amazing. I've never seen a football game go quite like this so far. Both offenses have yet to really obviously put any points up on the board, but really gaining enough yards to pound it into the end zone. Right now, this offense, the momentum is behind them. Got to put some points on the board.
Thunder average 35 points per game. Adrian averages 32. It's a 2-0 score. Trying to score over 30 points in all games except one this year. Under center is Eric Watt, 1st down and 10 from zone 47. Turns around, hands it off to Michael Glidden as he plows for a few yards on the left side. Off guard to the left, near the left hash. Forward progress maybe to the 48, so that will only give the senior 1.
Yeah, that obviously right there the offensive line couldn't have too much blocking because right there Adrian stacked the line, about 6 or 7 guys on the line, making sure that if they do choose to run the ball, they're going to make a stop.
Time of possession all Trine here today as they continue to try to add to their lead. They lead 2-0 with 10:20 left here in the 4th. Four wide receivers, two each side from the shotgun as Watt hands it into the summer, but Jeff Langley has no room at all as he backs his way again off that left hash to the right side, or to the left side. Nothing at all. 3rd down and 9 now for the Thunder. We'll see what they do on this big call.
Yeah, they're going to put it back to where the original line of scrimmage is, and just about on to about that 48-yard line. But I tell you what, trying to get the play there from the sidelines. Clock continues to tick here a little bit, but you got to think about passing the ball a little quick route over the middle, trying to pick up a 1st down and can keep this drive alive.
Watt 4 for 17 today for 13 yards. Play clock down to 10. Zach Solmonson to the right with Mario Brown that way. 4 wide receivers. 3rd down and 9 for their own 48. From the shotgun is Watt. Receives the snap. Throws it into the flat. Complete on the crossing pattern by Zepeda, but short of a 1st down as he's wrapped into Adrian territory on the solo tackle at the 49. Zepeda only has a gain of 3, and it's punt time for the Thunder.
Yeah, once again, a little crossing route over the middle. Zepeda is trying to hold the ball in, and unfortunately, the tight end just not faster, or at least faster than those defensive backs, tear him down from behind. Once again, Fitzsimmons coming into the game, trying to get some good field position for this defense.
John Parvin back to return for Adrian. He's at his own 13. Nate Fitzsimmons gets the snap, lets it loose at the 40-yard line, and gets it off amid a huge punt rush. Hits at the 7-yard line, inside the 5, down by Trine at the 3-yard line. That is terrific coverage by the Thunder. They had the punt rush on. That unit almost came up with a block punt. And then Kent Biller, sliding style, downed it at the 3. The Thunder lead it 2-0 in this championship ball game with 8:48 left. The Bulldogs officially at the 4 will have to go 96 yards.
Yeah, once again, Adrian bringing the heat there on the punt coverage, trying to make a block, trying to make something happen there. Right there, good coverage there by the special teams for Trine. Down it down inside the 5.
Mike McGee back in at quarterback. He's from the shotgun with 2 fullbacks deployed behind him. Aaron Oswell, the wide receiver, to the left. Troy Niblock deployed to the right. 1st down and 10 for their own 4. The Thunder lead at 2-0 here, middle of the 4th quarter. Shotgun snap. Back to throw as McGee has time. Lofts it deep. Left side. And it is almost picked by Trine. And did he pick it off? Yes, he did. Intercepted by Ryan Rickaby as he fell down at the 39-yard line. Rickaby hit that ball into the air, fell down to the seat of his pants, and had the ball land directly into his lap. Obviously, before it hit any turf, on a backpedaling, beautiful play by Rickaby. The hometown boy here from Adrian with the interception. An acrobatic play for the Thunder. Rickaby has 6 picks this year. That is tied for a team record all time.
And unfortunately, therefore, the Bulldogs underthrown pass is going to create turnover. Once again, now +1 for the team.
2-0 Trine. 1st down and 10 from the 39-yard line of the Bulldogs. 4 wide receivers, 2 each side. Back to throw from the shotgun is Watt. Post pattern. Middle of the field, incomplete as he overshoots Wes Verner at the 15-yard line. Threw it 5 yards over his head.
Yeah, right there. Wes Verner just trying to come down to a streak down that right hash, and unfortunately the pass is just thrown right over his head, about 5 yards deeper than where he could get it, but also where the defense couldn't get it. Incomplete pass. Once again, offense switching their guys out, and some new guys coming in, including Hershey and Kent Biller.
Again, the Thunder without their leader on offense today at wide receiver, Sam Hartman. He really solidifies and calms everybody down, but he is not able to be on the field today on the offensive side because of that ankle. 2nd down and 10 from the Bulldog 39-yard line. Trine leads at 2-0 midway through the 4th quarter. Play fake. Back to throw is Eric Watt. Throws it into the flat. Caught by Bill at the 40. Left sideline 35 as he slams forward near the 30-yard line. Kent Biller is close to a 1st down. Appears to have about 9. Biller from Napanee is an all-stater, gained 1,700 yards last year in high school with 17 touchdowns. His catch, the 6th of the year, 3rd down and 1 for the Thunder.
And Mario Brown in that wide-out position, basically just cracking the guy, just knocking him between the eyes, making sure he creates a block for the running back to gain more yards.
3rd down and 1 for Trine. Clock ticking, under 8 minutes left on this championship. The Thunder lead it 2-0. Under center is Eric Watt. Hands it off directly up the middle for a 1st down. Bursting forward and gaining enough yardage for the Thunder is Michael Glidden. 3 yards as he muscles his way. Actually, it was Rosengarten for the 1st down. The Thunder still on the move, up 2-0.
Oh my goodness, once again, third down conversion, now inside that 30-yard line. Momentum still behind the Trine Thunder, trying to make something happen now on the offensive side of the ball.
First down and 10 from the Adrian 29-yard line, leading it 2-0. 7:40 and rolling left in this ball game. Adam Kirsch to the right, Troy Hershey tight end to the right. Two wides to the left side. Jeff Langley, the lone setback, with Eric Watt, the sophomore signal caller, under center. Hands it off directly up the middle to Jeff Langley as he barrels forward for a few yards, moves that pile forward after the initial point of contact for 2 more yards. Spotted at the 26, gains 3 or 4. The Thunder lead it by 2 as this clock now starting to become a factor.
And Coach Land talked about this in the pregame show, making sure you have the ability to run the ball during the fourth quarter, and that's exactly what they are able to do. It may be a lead and may only be 2 points, but they're continuing to run the ball all over this Adrian defense.
The Thunder now with about 180 yards rushing here today. Adrian only gives up 52 per game. Second down and 7 from the 26-yard line of Adrian. Hands it off again to Langley as he loses his footing and trips forward past the 25-yard line. Only about a foot past that point, gaining 1. Now another big third down opportunity for the Thunder with 6 to go, leading it 2-0 with 6:33 left.
Yeah, moving guys in and out, and now coming back into the game, Kent Biller and Michael Glidden, as well as number 21, Mr. Steady, Troy Hershey. He has yet to come up with a big catch. Don't be surprised if they try to go to a bootleg to Troy Hershey crossing inside that 20-yard line.
Third down and 6 from the Adrian 25-yard line. The Thunder lead it 2-0 with 6:13 left. Wide receiver to left, Biller in motion, left to right, faking the sweep, rolling out, right side is Eric Watt, throws it, end zone, right side, touchdown Trine! Diving play by Paul Curtis, 5 yards deep into the end zone to the right side, and folks, that is the big play that Matt Land talked about on the pregame show, using his agility right side to roll out of pressure was Eric Watt, swung it into the diving stomach of Paul Curtis. The Thunder lead this ball game 8-0.
Bootleg play once again, making sure he gets away from those defensive line, and watching Paul Curtis go from the left side of the end zone all the way down to the right. Pitch and catch, 6 points for the offense.
Second touchdown this year for Paul Curtis as Jeremy Howard is in to attempt the extra point. Laid down, put up. Extra point is good, but there's a flag in on the play. Flag in on the play late. The kick was good through the upright, and we'll have to unfurl this flag to see exactly what it was. The Thunder lead at 8-0 on the touchdown thrown right side to Paul Curtis, who was the MIAA's Player of the Week. Had 9 catches and a score last week in that 30-7 victory against Albion.
You got 2 of your captains right there on the field. Number 87, Sam Hartman, as well as number 13, Nate Fitzsimmons. And it appears as if they're going to call it against the defense, and they're going to decline this penalty. Take the points. Take the points, put them on the board, and then go kick the ball off.
Paul Curtis with a touchdown catch to the right side. That is exactly what the Thunder do. Put the point on the board. They'll lead it 9-0 with 6:03 remaining in this ball game. It is now a 2-score game as the referee comes. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Adrian that will be enforced on the kickoff. So Jeremy Howard will certainly have a chance to boot this ball deep as he will get 15 extra yards. 6:03 left in this ball game on Championship Saturday with at stake an MIAA title and a trip to the NCAA tournament. The Thunder now lead it 9-0 over the Bulldogs.
Obviously, there the frustration from those Adrian defensive players. They got frustrated. They let it get to their heads, and they made sure that they created the personal foul, the unsportsmanlike conduct, probably one of those taunting penalties. Right now, Jeremy Howard, kick it through the uprights. Don't get 3 points out, but down and back into the 20-yard line.
Howard has made 26 consecutive extra points now. The sophomore has been steady this entire year. For Eric Watt, that is his 14th touchdown pass of the year. And for Paul Curtis, his 2nd touchdown catch. 9-0 Thunder, 6:03 left. Ball is blown over at the 45-yard line. Jeremy Howard will put it back on the tee. Howard certainly has a prodigious leg. You would certainly think he would have the chance to boom this deep, but that wind has been a factor the entire day.
Kick it through the uprights.
The Trine team is fired up. The fan base is as well as Howard kicks it deep into the end zone. 10 yards off as it goes out through the back of the end zone. The Thunder lead it by 9. Adrian now, folks, though, with the points at a premium. They will need 2 scores to come back and 6:03 to work with. The Thunder are blanking the Bulldogs 9-0.
And they're going to have to continue to throw the ball now, which is not something that this Adrian team is used to doing. We talked about this in the pregame show. Aaron, you mentioned they're only going to throw the ball about 10 times a game. They're going to have to use all of those throws right now with down 2 scores with just about 6 minutes left to go. Secondary has to make sure that they stay home and make their plays.
The Bulldogs average 266 yards of rushing per game right now. As a team, they have about 75 total yards. Niblock is in at quarterback. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left. Inside handoff, moving on the sweep left side is Edwards. Toward the sideline as Courtney Pierce chases in parallel from sideline to sideline and grabs him out for a gain of only 1.
Tell you what, that's just like a steam engine coming right towards that running back and tear him down. Gain of just about, if anything, they're going to spot the ball on the 20-yard line to make sure that there's no gain on the play. Good job, Courtney Pearson, coming from that linebacker position.
2nd down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Trine leads it 9-0 with 5:56 left. Niblock from the shotgun, 2 wide receivers deployed to the right, and Stevie Freeman to the short side left. Back to throw, feeling pressure, steps out of his Niblock at the 20, left sideline to the 25, cuts it inside, breaks his shoulder tackle, stacked up and thrown back, but not before reaching the 29-yard line. Niblock is about a yard short of a first down, as he squirmed his way and broke a few tackles. Jim Lyle, the head coach for Adrian, is all the way on this field right now, barking at his team.
Yeah, they're going to give him enough yards there to pick up that first down, but once again, that offensive line giving him enough penetration there. But we'll see. Very, very close.
He should be. They still haven't indicated. Now they do. They say that's a first down. That is a tough spot. It appears as though Niblock got to the 29-yard line on the forward progress. The Trine fans do not like that spot call at all. It's a first down for the Bulldogs at their own 30, with Trine up 9-0 with 5:35 left.
Yeah, I believe that was going to be almost more of a makeup spot there from earlier. They believe that when Courtney Pearson tackled the ball, I thought he got back to the 21-yard line, but they spot him back down to the 20. 10 yards either way, they pick up the first down. Once again, some clock troubles here on the field. But once again, giving the defense a little bit of space, a little bit of time, catch their breath, and make a big play.
This is an Adrian team that has rushed for over 200 yards in 7 out of their 8 ball games this year, 406 against Kalamazoo and 363 against Hope, but they have been shut down today so far. But folks, there's still 5:34 to go, and Thunder lead at 9-0. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs from their own 30-yard line. As they had some play clock problems, they're resetting that as the referees dictate. Ball to left hash, Freeman. The transfer from Grand Valley State, the Division II school, to the short side left.
They're adding about 12 seconds there onto the clock for a little bit of confusion.
Reagan and Beeler to the right side. Troy Niblock, the White Pigeon, Michigan native, is from the shotgun. The Thunder defense has been absolutely spectacular so far today. First down and 10 from the 30. We're back in action from the shotgun. Gets a low snap, fakes the draw, rolls out to the right side. Niblock sacked again at the 25-yard line. And the Thunder defense absolutely everywhere as Corey Latta came with a safety blitz.
I tell you what, they're just getting into that backfield too fast. The offensive line just has getting overmanned right there up front. Their front 5 cannot contain those 6 guys coming in, coming hard, putting pressure on that quarterback, coming in for the sack.
First sack of the year by Corey Latta. Second down and 15 from their own 25. Trine 9, Adrian nothing. 5:06 left. 2 wide receivers to the left side, Beeler and Reagan. 2 wides to the right. Niblock from the shotgun with Edwards offset to his left. Snap back to Niblock. Looking to throw, feeling pressure again. He'll run it straight up the middle. He's at the 30. Winds his way to the 35. First down for Troy Niblock as he muscles past the 40 up to the 42. That's just pure athleticism on display for the senior, gaining 17.
And all that is those defensive ends are trying to crowd around and get to that quarterback. And as soon as they do that, they're going to create a big slot right up the middle where the quarterback can run. Troy Niblock, very versatile, very athletic, picking up the first.
Trine leads 9-0. First down and 10 from their own 42. Snap back in the shotgun to Niblock. Throws on the slant pattern, incomplete in the middle of the field. Looking for his wide receiver, Stevie Freeman, but just threw it at his shoe tops right above the paw print at midfield. Second down and 10 for the Bulldogs with 4:40 left, and the Thunder leading it here on Championship Saturday, 9-0.
And right there, they're just trying to hurry up on the offense and try to make a quick pass to catch the defense offsides.
Troy Niblock, 4 touchdowns and 1 interception entering this ball game. 2 wide receivers stacked to each side from the shotgun. Back to throw on second down and 10 from his own 42. Pump fake, rolls left, Niblock tops it and runs. Across the 45-yard line, thrown out across the sideline, and a late flag, and that is going to be a late hit personal foul against Trine as he cascaded out at the 46. The referee's delayed, took 2 or 3 seconds to think about it, and when he finally did, reached deep into his pocket and threw it.
Yeah, that just happens to be an unfortunate call, and you got to make sure when you're going to create some sort of pressure on that quarterback, just push him out of bounds. There's no need to wait until he's out of bounds and then push him, especially right in front of that Adrian College sidelines. You might be able to get away with it on your own sidelines, but not on this side of the field. 15 yards, automatic first down.
Across midfield all the way down to the Trine 39. The Thunder lead it 9-0 with 4:32 left. 2 wide receivers to the left side. It is Reagan and Beeler that way. 2 to the right. Freeman and Oswell. Troy Niblock, the quarterback, from the shotgun. Jomar Jackson in the backfield, back to throw again. He will run. Niblock at the 40 to the 35. Winds it right side at the 30-yard line. Has another first down before he scampers out inside the 30 of the 29. And 2 more late flags come into this ball game right in the middle of the field.
Yeah, you definitely hope that it's going to be a holding call there by Adrian College. That appeared to be behind the play, and I'm almost certain on those kind of plays you're going to get a holding there by the offense.
The body language by Adrian is not good from their perspective. Pat Reagan, the 5th-year senior, barking at his players as they are backing up. Niblock had enough for the first down and the gain of 11. Here comes the official signal from the referee. And a block below the waist on Adrian. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, and the Bulldogs will move back with 4:18 left. The winner heads to the NCAA playoffs, wins an MIAA title, and the Thunder lead 9-0.
Yeah, just a stupid penalty there by the Adrian offense. You cannot make penalties like that as much as you are frustrated. You got to make sure you make a clean block. If you don't make a clean block, sooner or later you're going to hurt somebody.
They do get the first down, but they're pushed back on the penalty. From the 48-yard line of Trine in the right hash, Niblock snap back, looking to throw, steps up in the pocket, rolls left, unleashes it deep, left sideline, inside the 10, and it is caught by Adrian, battling up against 2 players inside the 10-yard line, pushing and shoving before Pat Reagan, their big play guy, hauled it down for a gain of 43.
That was more or less just going to be a Hail Mary type play in which the quarterback scrambles out of the pocket and tries to throw the ball as hard and as far as possible. 2 guys right there last time they came up with a pick. This time, unfortunately, big play there for the Adrian offense.
Under 4 minutes left in this ballgame. Trine leads it 9-0, but the best opportunity offensively so far for Adrian today. First down and goal from the Trine 7-yard line. Adrian 4th in the league in red zone offense. Trine 5th in the league in red zone defense. Niblock under center, hands it off to Mike Johnson. Steers out to the left side, lowers his shoulder at the 5, still on his feet as he glides out of bounds. 3:44 left, steps out inside the 5 at the 4, gaining 3. Second down and goal from the 4.
Defense right there just trying to get on the end around, it's basically the first one to the goal line wins, and right there the defense barely won, stopping them just about at the 1 or 2 yard line.
Johnson, the player from Litchfield, Michigan, 9 touchdowns this year, 5th in the league in rushing. Split backs in the backfield. Johnson and Cooley, second down and goal, officially from the 3. And a whistle before this play came out. It appeared as though a timeout was called, and it was by Trine. Timeout for the Thunder. They will have only 1 left as their defense caught scrambling. And certainly that's a smart call. You do not want to be out of position with a championship at stake on a second down and goal from the 3. So rather than being caught on their heels, they called a timeout. Now they'll try to regroup, leading at 9-0.
Yeah, smart play right now with the timeout, still up by 2 scores. You got to believe you can use your timeouts a little bit easily now to make sure you get all your players there on the field that you want. Call the right play, get a little bit of water, and make sure they get back on the field for now. A big down stand on second down and goal from the 3-yard line.
The only score of the game in that first half, the safety by Tad McNally with about 6 minutes to go. But a late score here in the fourth with 6 minutes left, a 28-yard touchdown strike from Iroquois to Paul Curtis. And that's been the scoring so far. But now inside the 5 for Adrian. Second down and goal from the 3-yard line with the Thunder up 9-0 and 3:36 left. Troy Niblock is the quarterback. He's under center. The lone setback is Mike Johnson, the Division III transfer. 2 tight ends, 1 wide receiver is Jackson Hanks. He's actually their fullback. Toss sweep right side to Johnson. Tries to hit the corner. Cannot get there. Ryan Rickaby blew it up in the backfield for the Thunder. Rickaby, the player who already has an interception today from Adrian High School, the first in-on attack for the Thunder. He loses 3. It is 3rd down and goal from the 6.
Yeah, they're going to mark him down back to the 6-yard line. But I tell you what, that play just got blown up. The quarterback with the toss, trying to get it to the outside. That defense was right there to make the play. First contact, second contact, boom, knock him down, lost 3 yards. Notice the fans, they are ready. They're up on their feet, cheering on this undefeated Trine Thunder defense.
3rd down and goal from the 6-yard line. The Thunder lead at 9-0 with 3 minutes left in this championship ball game. Under center is Niblock. Play fake. Rolls to the left. Troy stops in the backfield in deep trouble. And he is thrown down for the sack at the 25-yard line. The Thunder corral the athletic Niblock. He had absolutely no place to go. The entire secondary had them shut down. And Niblock thrown down by the ankles at the 24-yard line. And now it is Adrian's time to call a timeout. They are all the way back to the 24-yard line, needing 2 scores. If they go for a field goal here, it will be about a 41-yard effort into the teeth of that wind. But if they don't, they will have to score a touchdown on 4th down and goal from the 24. This is a swarming defense today for the Thunder. And we talked about speed on the pregame show. The team with all the speed right now is Trine.
And right there, the defensive line as well as those linebackers getting into that backfield as quickly as possible, putting pressure on the quarterback. And believe it or not, Niblock made the right choice to take down the sack. If he throws that ball off balance, that ball very well could get picked off.
They're going for a field goal. They need 2 scores. Justin Warner in to attempt has already missed a 45-yarder here today. It'll be a 41-yarder from the middle of the field. The Thunder lead at 9-0 with 2:42 left. 4th down and goal from the 24. They decide to go for the field goal. The Trine contingent making a lot of noise on that right side. Well represented here today. A 41-yard attempt for Warner, who's made 5 this year. Here comes the snap. It's a high snap. Gets it down. The kick is off, and it is no good. Wide left. The Thunder have held, and they lead it 9-0 with 2:36 to go in this championship.
Get the ball back and run. You get the ball on about the 24-yard line. Remember, Adrian still has their 2 timeouts, so run the ball, protect the ball, put it in the hands of one of your fullbacks, and just cover it up and run forward, helmet down, and make sure your offensive linemen make their blocks. Make sure you hold on to the ball. I cannot stress that enough.
Yep.
Now with about 2:35 left to go, run the ball, run the clock down. Make Adrian use their timeouts on your first 2 run plays.
Absolutely. Up 2 scores. You don't even need a first down here. You just simply cannot turn over the ball. 9-0 Trine. 2:36 is all that stands between them and an MIAA championship. Under center is Iroquois. Hands it off directly up the middle with a speed burst past the 25-yard line and then slamming and muscling past the 30. Stood up before he is finally whistled dead near the first down marker. Handed it off to the player in the backfield. And it was Jeff Langley, the tailback, with a very strong run for the Thunder. They stop his forward progress short, 2 yards of the first down, 2nd down and 2.
And Coach Lyon's looking for a little bit more activity after the play. He believes that one of his players got pushed into the pile after the play was blown dead, looking for an extra 15 yards. But right now, they're just going to watch that play clock, watch the clock go down. And Adrian, right now, they believe they need to conserve their timeouts, but you got to stop them sooner or later. It's a 2-score game right now.
2nd down to about 2 from their own 33. Trine leads at 9-0. 1:45 and ticking left in this ball game. Gives it to Langley again. Has a first down, 35 to 40. Langley dives forward to the 44-yard line. A gain of 11 for the Thunder, and they can taste it, folks. 1:38 left. They're up 2 scores. The Thunder getting closer and closer to an MIAA title.
Yeah, right there, Jeff Langley making sure he holds on to the ball, and he's just shedding tackles like his hips right now are greased down, making sure that they pick up those yards for a first down. Adrian calls their timeout. Now they have one left with about a minute 40 left to go. This crowd is pumped up. This offense realizes they can see the light at the end of the tunnel. They are ready to hold on to the ball, run out the clock, and make sure they succeed during today's game.
Timeout, Adrian. They have one remaining. The entire Trine fan base right now energized, on their feet, waving around their flags. They have several banners hanging from the visiting stands. And contrast that to the Adrian side. With sorrowful looks upon their faces, they are leaving this game. The Thunder lead it 9-0 with 1:38 left. The Thunder are 5-0. They're 8-0 overall, barring something miraculously happening. In these last 1 minute and 38 seconds, the Thunder will win their first ever MIAA title ever and will go to the NCAA playoffs.
Yeah, right now it's like the 7th inning at Dodger Stadium. Everybody's leaving, heading for the doors, trying to beat all the traffic. But this offense right now, they're going to go into what you call, Aaron, victory formation.
Yep, Trine will attempt to put a knee down. Eric Watt from the 44-yard line puts it down on the right side at the 40. Can you say enough about this Trine defense today? Pitching a shutout here at Adrian with the championship on the line, and Matt Land talked about it in the pregame show. All the so-called experts across this land said that Adrian had all the tradition, said that they had all the heritage, said they had all the experience and all the players. Trine could not win today, and guess what, folks? Trine right now is going to have their first shutout since 2002, their first MIAA title ever, and their first championship run into the NCAA playoffs. They lead it 9-0 with 1:33 left. The last timeout by Adrian. All Trine has to do now is take 2 more knees, and the championship will be theirs.
Yeah, Trine right now obviously extremely happy. Coaches realize that they coached a great game. The players played the game that they needed to play. The defense stepped up when they needed to step up, and they made sure they made the plays all day long.
Eric Watt under center, knee down to the turf. You cannot say enough about this fan base today for Trine. They are fired up as Michael Glidden leaves the field, waving his arms around, getting these fans fired up. From 3 years ago, where Glidden and his 14 seniors were 0-10, to an MIAA championship, a top 25 ranking, and a trip to the NCAA tournament. It is absolutely mind-blowing what this university, what this coaching staff, and what these players have done. They faced paramount adversity here today against a team favored to win, that averaged 266 yards on the ground, that did not allow anybody to run against them the entire year, and Trine did it all, folks. Faced those obstacles and surmounted them today, coming up with a win as Eric Watt goes down to a knee for the final time. And folks, the MIAA championship belongs to the Trine Thunder.
Yeah, obviously, congratulations to this team. Obviously, the team's going to storm the field and getting a little bit of love from Coach Abs here on the coach's box next to us. And obviously, Trine, congratulations.
The Thunder have done it. As time runs out, the fans spill onto the field, led by Laura Hepner and the Blue Crew. Everybody celebrating at the 35-yard line. The Thunder have done it, folks. MIAA champions. They're headed to the NCAA tournament, defeating Adrian today at home 9-0. And the championship belongs to the Thunder. Everybody celebrating on this. Players, fans, coaches spilling onto the field. The Thunder 9 wins this year. That is the most to start a season since all the way back in 1998. They have now won 11 games in a row for this university. That is the biggest streak in school history, eclipsing the mark set back in 1998 and 1999. And Coach Abs would like us to pass along a hello to his wife, Julie, and to Coach Land's wife, Julie, as well. The title is all theirs, folks. 6-0, undefeated. Nobody will share anything with Trine. They have done it all by themselves. This is a school that had won 2 road games in their previous 6 years. They have run the table. 4-0 this year. The top two teams in the MIAA, virtually 1 and 2 in every single category, butted heads here today at Adrian. And when this game was unfurled, there is absolutely no doubt in anybody's mind who the champion of this conference is. It is Trine.
Yeah, congratulations to this team, and also congratulations to Coach Land. We've seen him inherit a team basically in which they had no hope, no players whatsoever, and they going 2-8. Then last year going 6-4, and now starting off the year 9-0 with the conference championship underneath the belt. And now their ticket is punched to that NCAA playoff. Mark your calendars, November 22nd. And right now it's a matter of scoreboard watching because the most recent regional rankings puts Trine at 5th. They got to get to that 4th spot to host the game. Could you believe it? Trine might, big might, but could host an NCAA playoff game at Shy Field in Angola.
There is a chance. There's certainly 3 or 4 of the top ranked teams in the entire nation in front of them in those standings. They would need to have an upset of some pretty amazing proportions. As Matt Land is now fired up, jumping up and down at midfield at the 40-yard line, and his coaching staff, as he talked about in the pregame show today, when he was interviewed by Trine, he was interviewed by some of those senior players. He said he loosened his tie, kicked back his legs, looked them into the eyes, and said, guys, if you hire me, you will have a chance to play a significant ball game at this university before you are done. He talked about it in the pregame show. He said, I do not like to break promises, and Coach, you kept your promise. A championship for Trine.
Yeah, basically after the game, every single time Coach Land got a hold on to the ball and very, very excited for all the fans behind him. You got Dr. President Earl Brooks down there as well, Jeff Posendek, the AD, as well as the Trines here. It's a big game. A lot of people came out to watch it. A lot of family, a lot of friends, and obviously the players came out to play. Pitching a shutout with the safety. 7 points for the touchdown win. Trine 9-0.
A rousing speech by Coach Matt Land as all the players hoist their helmets into the air, surrounded by their relatives and by their family and by the fans of this fine university. The Thunder have shocked the world, coming from being picked 5th in this league this year to running the table, an outright title, 6-0 and 9-0 overall. They'll have a chance to step out of conference next week down to Kentucky Christian for a 1:30 start, and then they will circle the wagons and refocus things for an NCAA game 2 weeks from today. Opponent to be determined. We'll certainly worry about that later, but there is a championship banner right now at the 25-yard line in Trine colors that says MIAA Champs. And this fan base today, maybe when it was all said and done, certainly at the end of the game, outnumbered the fans here from Adrian. They were certainly louder on their side. This is a team that faced adversity early in their careers, faced adversity all season long, faced adversity today in this ball game. Their defense came up huge with their first shutout since the 2002 season, since they had 3 that year. A 9-0 victory here today as they celebrate on Adrian's field. The championship is theirs, the NCAA berth is theirs, and the black and blue Border Brawl trophy is theirs for the 2nd consecutive year. This is an absolutely unbelievable opportunity for this school. Again, just watching from a distant, my perspective, 5 years now at Trine, that 73-0 loss at home against Albion, that was just 3 short years ago. To go from that and how crestfallen the entire university was with really no hope when you looked in people's eyes. We had a coach's show. I would stand there and look at those players and how they felt each and every week. The look in their eyes, there was no hope. And 3 years later, a lot of these same players standing on the field celebrating this championship today, it is something I don't think that anybody, from my perspective, would have expected. But you know what? Matt Land expected it. These players expected it. That's all that counted. When other people were at home, these players were working out, working hard, getting better, preparing, rep after rep, practice after practice. They did all that work, and it paid off here today, and there is nothing better in this world. I don't care what you're talking about, sporting events, in the working ways or anything else, if you work hard and get results, that is fantastic.
Obviously, one of the biggest things that you want to do is succeed, and those results have been successful all year long. And this, you can just see, it's a family right now, just huddling around from that 150-yard line to the other 20-yard line. They're just all in one big group, congratulating each other. And you got the men's basketball team out here in support. You got the Blue Crew. You got parents. You got community members. All came together for about an hour-and-a-half drive up here. And I tell you what, I have not seen a better ball game than this we had earlier. Trine leading 2-0 with the sack, with the safety there in the end zone. Then coming back, manufacturing a drive with the quarterback tossing into the right side of the field to Paul Curtis for 6 big points, and walking away not only with a shutout, but with the MIAA championship and a playoff and a ticket punch. Congratulations to the football team, the coaches, obviously the players, and also the community and fans.
Nobody really in a hurry to leave this field at all, though, right now. Everybody basking under the glow of this championship. I'll tell you what, folks, it may feel like 35 degrees out there today, but if you were to ask anybody on that field right now, it feels like Hawaii, because the championship is theirs for the Trine Thunder as they come up with a win here today against Adrian, 9-0. We'll take a break. We'll be back, hopefully, with some happy post-game interviews. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk with Coach Matt Land and a few of his senior stars as the Thunder bring home a championship to Angola here today, defeating Adrian 9-0. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with a post-game show right after this. You are listening to Championship Trine Thunder Football on 88X. Series for 107 yards, a high of 22, average 7 yards per carry. Jeff Langley, 12 carries, 44 yards for about 4 yards per tote. Mario Brown, 2 for 9, and Kent Biller, 1 for 8. Eric Watt, 8 for 23, throwing the ball for 57 yards, but that huge touchdown as he rolled out of pressure and threw it into the diving arms of Paul Curtis across the end zone. That was the biggest play of the game for the Thunder. 8 for 23, 57 yards, and a score for Eric Watt. He was sacked once. The Thunder had 6 sacks on the day, and that was a huge turning point in this ball game. Mario Brown, 2 catches for 6 yards. Paul Curtis, 1 for 25. Kent Biller, 1 for 9. And Troy Hershey, 1 for 7. The championship for Trine as they defeat Adrian here today, 9-0. We're now joined in the booth by Trine head coach Matt Land. Coach, describe it. How does it feel like right now coming off the field with that championship?
Well, when they asked me to talk down there, I didn't do a very good job, I don't think, but I'm a little more composed now. This is for the senior class. Mm-hmm. When you interview for a job and ask a team or tell a team, if you hire me, you're going to play in a significant game before you leave here, I promise. Mm-hmm. And then you can do something to help make that promise come true. And it's undescribable. I think I've been told 19 times it's the first time I've ever seen you speechless.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I talked about, Coach, after this game. I said, Coach Land, you kept your promise. That's exactly what you did today. We talked about 1 or 2 plays swinging it today. Troy Niblock, absolutely contained by your defense. Tad McNally blew him up, throwing down for that safety. A 2-0 ball game for the longest time. Then Eric Watt, it was hard to throw today because of this weather, but he rolled out of pressure. The mobility today was unbelievable. Paul Curtis made that diving catch, and just like that, a 9-0 victory for your team.
Well, we talked about that play. I think we got a couple, 3 of them today. Our guys did an outstanding job. Coach Abs and the defensive staff did a nice job, an outstanding job of coming up with a game plan and then installing it and teaching it. And then the kids did a great job executing it, on both sides of the ball. Eric is a special player and got outside the pocket and made a big play when we really needed it. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at it right now. Our whole defense made plays.
Yeah.
Courtney and Ladd are up here. I can't say enough about the way our kids played with the focus that they played with in a game that was for all the marbles.
Right.
I think we were focused, and I think we were under control, and I think that's why we won the game.
Yeah. We talked about in the pregame show, 1 versus 2 in virtually every single category. Rushing offense for Adrian, they averaged 266 yards per game rushing. They had 35 carries for 35 yards here today. And then on the other side, they only get 52 yards. They give up on defense rushing the ball. Your team ran for 171. And the other big statistic, those 6 sacks for your team. You turned everything around in the Bulldogs and came out champions.
Well, I mean, what we did was we tried to play a game like we've played all year. And we think we're a pretty good defensive team, too. You know, and we think we can run the ball, too.
Right.
That team we played today was very good, very classy. Coach Lyle's a great man. You know, we were fortunate enough to win the football game, and the thing is, I think our kids worked hard enough to deserve to win that game.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, you still have to play it, and we won it, and we're the 2008 MIAA champions, and it sounds great.
What were you guys saying to each other after that ball game, Coach? I saw you give a little speech down there. Everybody started hoisting their helmets to the sky. What were some things that you said?
I have no idea. I have no clue.
Elation?
I don't know what I said. I'm sure it was significant and meaningful. What are you laughing at, Lada? Ask them. I mean, talk to these guys. You guys talk to me enough. Talk to the guys that really did it. I stood on the sidelines and was a cheerleader. These guys did it, and my coaching staff. This is for my coaching staff and my players.
All right, congratulations, Coach. Great championship.
Thank you.
Matt Lamb, the head coach here at Trine, the 9-0 win here today over Adrian, as the Thunder have done it, coming up with the championship, and we will now turn it over to talk to some of the players. Come on in here, Corey Latta and Courtney Pearson have a couple different microphones that we can use. Courtney Pearson joining me first. Corey Latta will join me in a little bit. Courtney, I talked about it on the broadcast time and time again here late toward the end of the season. Being in this program earlier in your career and all these seniors when there was really no hope when he came off the field, an 0-10 season, that first year for most of these seniors, came back, slowly started to build some things. What does it feel like to be able to put in all this hard work when other people weren't working, to stick with this program, to trust your teammates, and to trust your coaches and come out with this championship today?
You really can't. You can't describe it. You can't put it in words. It's just, it hasn't really hit me yet. It probably won't hit me till tonight before I go to bed. It's a great feeling.
What were some of the things you guys said to each other down in that field in those waning moments to each other?
Just keep working hard. We busted our butt the whole day. Just don't let it slip away now. Just keep playing hard.
This team, could you realistically have envisioned this at the start of the year, knowing that you came off a pretty good season last year? Did you know that in one season you could put together undefeated, win this championship, and play NCAA tournament games?
We knew it was a possibility. Just how we had everybody coming back, how hard we worked in the off season, how we worked during practice. I mean, it was a possibility. It's just putting it together.
Yeah. How would you describe Trine football right now, Courtney?
9-0.
Yeah.
That's the best way I could put it.
How about the fan base? All these fans that came out here today that have followed your team through thick and through thin. That was probably a big lift for your team looking over there, because the Trine fans made more noise than these Adrian fans did.
Yeah, it was great. Like, back a couple years ago, it'd just be the parents there, and they seemed like they really didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
So to have everybody come out and show support and believe in us, it's a great feeling.
Courtney, congratulations. The championship here today. Soak it in and enjoy it. Great job.
Thank you.
Courtney Pearson, the championship here today. Trine defeats Adrian, in case you're joining us late. 9-0 here at Adrian as they come up with a win. I'm joined by Corey Ladd. Corey, you're one of those seniors that we talked about 3 years ago coming off the season 0-10. You didn't know exactly what was going to happen at all because you had no coach. A lot of the players quit. They weren't willing to put in all the hard work to stick with it. You stuck with it. You trusted Coach Matt Land. What is it like now going through that transition from where you came from and from where you are now?
It's just amazing. Like, I never would imagine being 9-0 MIAA champs by my senior year after our freshman year. It's just the things that Coach Matt Land did to turn around this program, turn around the university, like our fan support, our community. He's just amazing.
Yeah, what are some things that Coach Land did do and that the players did do behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know about, working hard to get this championship?
Just disciplining ourselves, mainly. Like, he made sure that we stayed focused on what we need to do, and he just trusted us to do it. And that's...
How about that defense today? Came up with a shutout for the first time since 2002.
Yeah, we knew they were a good offense.
Yeah.
And we just worked our butts off this week, practice, and we just came out and shut them out. I can't believe it. we played amazing.
Yeah, what is it about Troy Niblock? He is just a tremendous athlete. He fools each and every team on his entire schedule, but today you contained him the whole time. How did you do that?
Just that's all linebackers, D-line, just doing their job, gap control. I mean, they just played amazing. They did what they were supposed to do to get the job done.
What are you saying to some people over there when all the fans and relatives came off the field?
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I can't believe we did it. It's amazing.
You did it. Congratulations, Corey. Great
Thank
job
you.
today. Corey Latta, championship for Trine as they win it 9-0 today at Adrian. The victory is theirs, 6-0, 8-0 overall. As we turn the headphones over to Eric Watt, the quarterback today for Trine. And Eric, a couple of years ago when you were being recruited to come here and play some football, you know, a lot of people were down in this Trine program. They probably told you to go other places, but you stuck with it, and now you have a championship to show for it.
Yeah, I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm glad the seniors stuck with us, and that's all I wanted. It's what we wanted to accomplish all year.
Yeah.
Was this.
What were the weather conditions like for you down there? Because from up here, it certainly did not look to be favorable at all. What was it like trying to throw that ball out there today?
I played in worse. I really don't. I can't explain why the ball just wasn't on target today. But we did have to make some adjustments to the wind, and Coach Pfeiffer made some good play calling, and he worked through the wind.
Yeah. What was the biggest difference for you now in your second year compared to your first year last year?
The game slowed down tremendously. I know the playbook now, and I'm comfortable with the offense right now.
Were you a running quarterback like this in high school? Did you get a chance to show off that skill set?
Yeah. My coach from high school, he'd put me on the corners, inside. He'd put me everywhere. But we were mostly passing, but we ran the fair share of the ball.
Mm-hmm. How does it feel to be able to look into those 14 seniors' eye now, because you knew this was their last chance, even though you still have more chances, to know that you were an instrumental part in sending them out with a championship?
It's unbelievable. I mean, I feel partly about what they did with the 0-10 season, and now they're coming up with 9-0, whatever we are right now.
Yep.
And I'm just glad for them. I'm just glad to be a part of it, and it's great.
Congratulations. I appreciate the job that you've done, and you have a lot of playoff football to look forward to now next week down at Kentucky Christian, and then you have some NCAA games to play. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Eric Watt, the quarterback for this team, ran for over 100 yards here today against Adrian in the victory, 9-0 for the Trine Thunder. As we welcome back Tyler Bender to the broadcast, it is time now to pick our Centennial Wireless Player of the Game, and 6 sacks for this team. Eric Watt ran for over 100 yards. Who should we go with for the player of the game? I'm not sure we can go with one player here today. This is going to be a group effort.
Yeah, that definitely has to be a group effort. Obviously, some of the going 9-0, it is a group effort, and the defense really stepped up. Obviously, pitching the shutout, and I would have no qualms whatsoever with picking the entire defense for the co-players of the game. But I tell you what, it's a tough choice. I'll throw it over to you to make a choice.
We're going to go with the entire defense. That's exactly what we're going to do. This is a team, Adrian, that ran for 266 yards per game, trying to absolutely shut them down. It is so hard to stop a team like Adrian. You can do it maybe 9 out of 10 plays, but as you know in football, that 10th play can sometimes go for 80 yards. There was no 10th play today. They contained him from start to finish. This entire defense came up with those 6 sacks. Adrian just had absolutely no chance to get anything started here today, and it's all due to the coaching, the preparation, and the play by this defense.
Yeah, obviously in the pregame show, Matt Lane talked about it. I even talked to some of the players later on this week, and they talked about this past week of practice has been their best week, and usually good games follow good practices, and that's exactly what happened today. They prepared themselves well. They watched some film. I believe last night the movie of choice was Hulk 2, and they stepped up. They made the plays, and the defense made sure that they got the plays done. And obviously a missed field goal, a fumble, an interception, and also definitely getting the first 2 points up on the boards, that safety, and just about very, very close from creating a second safety.
So now they'll turn their attention down to the state of Kentucky to face off non-conference against Kentucky Christian next week. It'll be a chance for this team to kind of step away from the MIAA, regroup, maybe try some different things. That'll be something I think beneficial for this team because they have an NCAA playoff game to play in 2 weeks, but they can step out from teams that know exactly what they're going to do within the MIAA, go against somebody non-conference, and maybe experiment a little bit and try to work out some plays that they'll use in 2 weeks. That'll be a good opportunity for them.
Yeah, at some point in time, you have to realize it's just like in the NFL when you have your 15th and your 16th games of the year. You want your starters to go into the game and play for a little bit and make sure that they stay warm and stay loose and try those little wrinkles. See what you can work out and try to scout some other teams that might have already punched their ticket. But I got to tell you what, they're going to go down to Kentucky about 6.5 hour drive there, and it's going to be once again what Coach Land talks about when they went up to Wisconsin Lutheran a couple years ago. It's going to be one of those business trips. They're going to go down, they're going to dress well, they're going to get themselves prepared, probably take a practice down there somewhere along the way, and make sure they go to work and make sure they are prepared for that game. And like you said, and try a couple different things out, see what can work, and they'll be quickly realize what doesn't work as well.
The 9-0 start this year ties a school back.